Welcome back to magitek. We are back for more Blades of the Dark. This is our second campaign, Rise of the Conduit. We made it. I am so excited to get started. This is going to be another very fun excursion into Duskfall. First, just going to get all of the housekeeping items out of the way. This show is going to be live. I don't want to say forever, but a quote permanent show on magitek on Tuesdays. So if you liked Blades in the Dark when we did our miniseries, The Saints of Duskfall, we are going to be continuing. But we have a lot of other stuff going on this week and forever. Thursdays, we have rock and roll play. Fridays, we have Grim Domains. Sundays, we have Icewind Dale Cold Blooded. And just announced, Tracy is running a VTM campaign, Ancestral Blood, on Monday, featuring many of the people that are here. And that is going to be super, super, super exciting. I'm going to be looking forward to watching that along with all of you. But before we get into the campaign, we have a new cast member. If you would like to introduce yourself, Mandy, and tell us a little bit about people who are not used to seeing you on this channel.
You said you weren't gonna make me go first. You lied. Hi, everybody. I'm Mandy, or Themandii, as you can see me all over the internet and in chat. I stream on Twitch. I'm a professional dungeon master. I write for TTRPGs. I do book design for TTRPGs and all kinds of other fun things. So if you want to see D&D actual plays, you can catch us on Wednesdays for Miss Lost, my homebrew actual play, and Fridays for Dungeons and Dinglings, which is a Forgotten Realms-based game. Both are at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Again, Wednesdays and Fridays. That's me. Hello.
Welcome, Mandy.
Yay!
And since we're on you, would you like to talk very briefly about your character in Blades in the Dark?
Yes, I am playing Velvet, the noble slide, and she is a courtesan.
And let's go next to, we'll go around. Bijan, tell us about your character.
Sure. I am playing Lucien Moreau, also known as Zeal, who is a noble, or formerly a noble, lurk.
Hannah.
I'm playing Enid, and I'm a trader, and I'm looking forward to playing. Trade merchant.
Could be
am
trader
I a-
Oh
too.
my God.
This
Am I
is
a
Blades of the Dark. Chris.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Chat, can you guys hear Stormbeard?
Can you hear
Chris?
Stormbeard?
He just said something.
Test, test, test.
Chris
There we
is
go. Now we
muted.
should be good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so my name is Chris, also known as Stormbeard here on the channel. I play in a lot of games, tech direct a little bit. You know me, you love me. But overall, for this campaign of Blades in the Dark, I'll be playing Victor Moreau, brother of Lucien Moreau as well. And I am playing a spider, codename Warden.
And Tracy.
First of all, shout out to Chris, aka Stormbeard, who is doing our tech directing
Yes.
for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
He was up late last night, slaving away at things for the stream, so really appreciate it.
Especially that stinger.
Yes, that was really awesome. Yes, and thanks for doing all the audio and tech stuff. But hi everybody, I am Tracy, Miss Magitek, and I am playing Falca. She is a cutter, who is a noble background as well. And if you've if you've read The Witcher, she's based off of Falca from The Witcher. So obscure random book character reference. That's her.
Awesome. So with that, I'm gonna say it's time to get into the game. But first, a little background for all of you and also for our audience. The name of our gang is called the Conduit. They are a low-level group of hawkers that are based out of Char Hollow. They've managed to secure one little bit of territory, dealing spark and smoke out of a tavern in the Commons in Char Hollow. And they believe that they have a lead on something that's going to help them move up in the criminal world. That one of their smuggler contacts is going to cut them in on an operation to let them deal quicksilver, which will hopefully lead to more lucrative opportunities. And so I would like to ask all of you, as I take you all to your lair, how would you like to approach this mission?
What? Approach the mission already?
Your smuggler's name is Hawksley.
Hawksley. All right. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let's fade us into the good old hideout here. Give me 1 second. Oh no. Grab the wrong thing.
no.
So
Look
we
at
are
us.
using one more multiverse for our VTT.
Oh, yeah. We should
Which
talk
has a
about the
Blades in the
visual.
Dark module that you can get that is set up very perfectly for using Blades in the Dark. The layer that you are about to see that I'm assuming Stormbeard is about to be pulling up was actually created within this. There are many pre-made locations, but this was created specifically for us by either Frank or Stormbeard,
Chris.
I think.
Stormbeard
Chris-
worked on this one. Yep.
Okay.
And here we go.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
So for those on stream, since I have the VTT here and pulling it onto the screen, you'll most likely be following my viewpoint, but I'll make sure to get everyone's, views in the proper scene when applicable. But
with that-
if you'd like, you can go to your individual rooms. I have outfitted them already. So if we want to come, this is our little storage area. Enid's already seeing what goods we have to trade. And then if you follow me up here, we have Enid and Falco's room. Falco, you want to go ahead and describe your room for us?
All right, if you need me, I'll be in here. We've got lots of blades in the corner because I like to train a lot with them. Oh, we got a nice spear. Okay, all right. Oh, it's a pike. Apologies. We've got some manacles, but don't mind that. I mostly use the room for sparring because that's really why I'm here. So it's a pretty nice room.
Alrighty. Moving on to Enid. You want to come into your room?
Oh! So cool. Oh, well, I have the bottles for the ghosties, and also to bottle my feelings. And then over here is the a summoning circle, okay. And then communicator with spirits, okay. This is very nice.
There you go.
Okay.
Coming down to Lucian's room.
Oh, yes, my room. Fairly sparse. Utilitarian. Place for my clothes, a place to sleep, a place to do my work. Some maps of Duskfall to plan out our jobs. And of course, the accordion that I play at night to annoy my brother.
And that he does, yes.
You mean the no fun room?
Oh, well, maybe.
Thanks, Sky, for the raid. Hope you had a good stream, Sky, our former Blades in the Dark player.
Thank you, Sky.
Thanks, Sky. Welcome in, everybody. If you want to see Sky playing Blades, you can see it at youtube.com/magicrpg.
Coming down into, oh, sorry, Velvet. I just came into your room.
I mean, you are always welcome.
And go ahead and describe your room for the viewers.
Well, this is my room in the hideout. This is where I get dressed. I keep some clothes here, some disguises, and wine, some of my jewelry, some extras just in case. Although this is not where I always sleep.
Good to know. And then last but not least, we will end up in my room. just like my brothers, very sparse. A chessboard to, exercise the mind, some good alcohol, some blueprints for our next job, and some other accompaniment. Like to live as light as possible. So yes. Mr. Game
Awesome.
Master, would you like to refresh us with our
Yes.
job real quick?
Hawksley is the smuggler for where you get your spark and smoke powder now, and he believes he has a contact that will be able to get you Quicksilver, which is a much more lucrative opportunity. So you need to decide how you want to approach this situation. What angle you're going to take. Are you going to try to schmooze and be friendly? Are you going to try to intimidate them into revealing the information about who their supplier is? Are you going to threaten him? Are you going to follow him to meet with the contact? There's many ways that you could get this done.
Ah,
Well,
Falco, thank you for joining us.
Oh, hi, Falco.
Hi. I'll let
Well,
you all
well-
decide how we do these missions. That's not why I was hired.
Well, what did Huxley say about the contact? What do we know about him? Where's he from? What does he do?
Huxley was a bit cagey about the details, doesn't want to give up the information. After all, Huxley wants to get cut in on the deal. If you'd like, you could always meet Huxley and try to get more information out of Huxley. Many ways of doing that also. Talk to him friendly, interrogate him, torture him.
Give me
I
one
mean-
second. I'm fixing something on stream.
I could always speak to him.
I think that's better. Sometimes Falco gets a bit, nasty, so maybe friendly is the best way.
Nasty. Me?
Oh, I mean,
Why ever would you say that, Nate?
it's just an all good fun. Yep.
All good fun.
I, for one, would like to know who we're dealing with before we make any rash decisions. So if you'd like to speak with him,
I could find
you
out.
could-
Is Huxley aware of us?
Is Huxley
Yes.
hot?
Huxley is decently looking.
Okay.
And yes, he is aware of you. You do business with Huxley already. He is the one who supplies your spark and smoke powder. So you have
Got
a
it.
regular supply train with him already. Quicksilver is a much more expensive drug, and to your knowledge until now, you don't really know that Huxley dealt in other kind of contrabands. But
And what kind of man is Huxley? How have our dealings been with him in the past?
he's a bit he's loquacious, a little brash and aggressive, but he's been reliable so far.
Wait, how do you spell his name?
Hoxley.
Spelled
H
that
O
wrong.
H-O-X. I thought it was Huxley.
I thought it was hawk, like a hawk.
Hoxley.
My brain is biased because I know a Huxley, so I was like Huxley, right? Perfect. Okay. Well
So,
then, I could go speak to him and see if I can get more details out of him.
You
Is
you
that
are
all
quite
you're
good
getting
at
out of
getting
it?
information from desperate men, Velvet.
I am indeed.
Just, if you can, try to get him somewhere private. We don't want to make a scene and
I think that's what she does best.
yes, Falco. I was trying to make it a little bit more coy, but she does do that quite best.
Subtlety is my specialty. I will take
Brother,
care of it.
Would you like to skulk in the shadows and make sure everything goes okay?
Who was that you were asking?
Zeal.
Oh.
Oh, well, of course. Absolutely. Would love to make sure that nothing goes wrong on this early part of this job.
All right. with that, you manage to track Hawksley to your usual meeting place
Okay.
at your tavern, which I am taking you to now.
Oh, yay.
The Bell Tavern in the Commons in Char Hollow. You go through the front door, wooden walls, very dim lamps on the walls. Very large, open area with a bar, familiar faces behind, room filled with smoke, and you find Hawksley at a table near the back.
Enid, Falco,
I'll
with me.
I'll
let
keep
them-
out
let
to
them do
a
their
distance here.
Could you get a drink for me? Sometimes they deny me when I'm at the bar.
Of course. What are you drinking?
I could use a drink too, thanks.
Yes, you,
okay.
Falco, you as well. Drink of choice?
Just a beer.
Just an ale is fine for me.
2 ales. I'm on it. Go find a table. It'll be right there.
Oh, I see him. Okay.
Are you old enough to drink, Enid?
I'm older than you are. Yeah, of course.
Over here.
Yep. Hawksley spots you. All right there, love. I wasn't expecting the whole crew, but it's all right if it's just you and me, you know. But we doing this or what, right?
Well, I had some questions for you.
Yeah, you know, questions can come later. You know, we could do it now. But what your questions are? Out and about, then.
Perhaps not in such a crowded area.
Yeah, all right. Where you want to go? We're going back to your place. We're going around the corner or whatever.
Upstairs.
Yeah, right. All right. He kind of leads you into a quiet meeting room upstairs. As you go into the room upstairs, you see a few other men who look like they're just wrapping up a conversation.
Oh, okay.
And you would recognize them as Marlowe and Brill, 2 members of another local gang in Char Hollow that are known as the Family. Marlowe. Oh, Velvet, Hawksley. Pleasure to see you here.
Good to see you as well. We're not interrupting, are we?
No, we were just leaving. You know, just wanting to see the sights here on this side of town.
How nice. We should catch up sometime. Maybe another day, though.
Yeah, you can catch me maybe on in our bar next time.
That sounds like a lovely idea.
Great. Well, you all have a wonderful time then. And they skedaddle.
Adios.
Yeah, right, love. So, what's the problem? We not doing this, right? We got another shipment coming in soon, and I just want to take care of this.
No problems. No problems. I just had some questions for you about the contact.
You know, it's not really proper for me to give out information about my contact, love.
Oh, no. You said you wanted a cut, yes?
Right. Well, you see, I'm making the connection. You just a bunch of, you know,
Of course.
low-level gang member here in this nothing district of the town. So, right, I developed connections with a high roller.
There. How much are you looking for?
Oh, I'm not milking, just a little bit of finder's fee, you know, 10%.
That seems a bit steep, don't you think?
You know, I think it's a bit standard, right? But, you know, you had something else in mind, always open for negotiation, right?
Negotiation is what I do best.
Right, so love, what you thinking, man? You thinking, you know, I could go higher even if things don't look right, but, you know, let me know what your thoughts are, right? Yeah.
I'm thinking more like 5%.
You know, barely worth my time at that price, right? And I'm going out a lot on put my neck on the line, right?
I'm
if I go
going
down to
to-
5%, it might be cutting me on throat.
I'm going to gently place a finger on his chest and say, there are side benefits. I would like to sway him.
Oh, let's
Outstanding.
go!
Let me set
Oh,
it
hell
up.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is controlled and standard. You're not in any danger, and he's not being aggressive, so
No,
yeah.
I'm just flirting with him, which he's
Yep.
probably used to anyway. But now I'm extra flirting with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to do. So I roll first and then describe what I do.
Yeah, and and his reaction.
And I just hit the roll button then for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
So you go to like caress him.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be like, he'll actually like step away and be like, well, I have my eye on you for a while, right? But this is business, so we can keep the two separate. You want to take me back to your room, right? That's all right, but it's not gonna affect it. 10%, right, love?
All right. What's your way? 10%.
Right, 10%.
But no side benefits.
Oh, I do like the side benefits,
You did say business.
Right, how about we keep those side benefits and we go to 8%?
I assume that I'm standing on, like, he's facing me, I'm assuming, in this conversation, so that would mean that Zeal is behind him.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm looking over, like, I kind of step closer to him and I look over his shoulder just slightly to look at Zeal to see if I get the nod from Zeal. For 8%.
You get a nod.
Okay, 8%.
Right, so you got the room back here in the tavern, right? So we go back, do the hanky-panky a bit, and I'll take you over to my supplier, right?
Sounds good.
All right, let's do this, love. And he grabs you by the arm and takes you to the back room that is explicitly made for such purposes. The rest of you
I insisted it be put there in our tavern for exact such purposes.
Actually, just for flavor, if you guys go over there, you can see that there actually is a room
Amazing.
over here.
That is hysterical. Oh my god.
Occupied
That's
right
so
now.
funny. Yeah, it's occupied right now, but
Yeah, don't worry about that. It is for flavor.
Are you sure
They're
that-
gone.
Are you sure there's
We have
not
an
a ghost
audience?
room? There's a lot of noises coming from it, so I'm assuming it's ghosties or something.
Yeah, the rest of
Oh,
you
yeah,
all
it's
see
not
as
ghosties, you know that.
Hawksley and Velvet go through the room arm in arm and shut the door behind them.
Be careful of the ghosties in there. Alright, Velvet?
as I walk by with Hawksley, I give Warden a little wink.
Oh.
I guess she,
And
he's gonna sigh and he's gonna look at Zeal. What was the final percentage?
8%. Not bad.
Could have got it down to 5. But
Didn't seem like he was budging.
I'll take 8.
you guys hear some loud noises for 5 to 30 minutes or so.
Knowing him, probably 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
I assume that Velvet would emerge first, leaving Hawksley behind in the bedroom as she's finishing straightening up.
Yep.
What do you say to the group afterwards?
Can we get the fuck out of here? As soon as we're done with the shop, I mean.
It sounded like a really terrible spirit in there, so I hope you're alright.
I have that effect on people.
Hawksley
You
wanders out.
don't have to do that for a better deal, right? That's not why you're a part of this crew. You can.
I mean, it was fun. He will probably be nicer to us in the future. It
Fair
was
enough.
worth it. Just a bit of fun.
All that for only 8%.
Hawksley wanders out and is like, right, that was great. So, meeting the guy at the train yard and tomorrow, yep. And I'll give y'all the location deed to meet you there, right? And
Huxley, before we part ways, this isn't like the last time you had us come around and you sold us some. It was practically talcum powder. This is legit stuff, right?
yeah, right. This is proper Quicksilver, yeah. Keep your voice down, though. Don't want no one else knowing I'm gonna be selling this kind of stuff to you, right?
You said the word, I didn't.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, it's legit. It's totally legit, right? Yeah.
Total. Okay. And Velvet got you down to 7%.
You know, I don't appreciate you taking the piss out of me now, right?
You just
8%.
8%. Okay. 8% is good. What time tomorrow?
We'll do it 2 a.m. You know, nice and quiet, right?
Same spot?
Yeah, down in your neck of the woods.
Alrighty, 8% it is. 2 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Great.
And,
Shot to go, huh?
What was that?
Huxley,
Frank?
their name.
He was ordering a shot to go.
Oh, a shot to go. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
You gonna tell us their name, Huxley?
No, I don't think I will. No, right? They want to tell you their name. They can tell you the name. It's not my business to hand out that kind of information. I'm making the connection, and you two can handle it from there. Yeah.
I just figured, considering how poorly things went last time, we'd like to know who we're dealing with before we meet up with
Well,
them.
you're unhappy with my services. You can either fuck right off and find another smuggler, or you can just take my word for it. Yeah.
All right.
Now.
All right, Huxley. You seem as chipper as ever. This.
I got a reputation to maintain, and that's all that matters, right?
You say this
Sure.
is good stuff, so we're gonna make a deal. 8%. And what kind of quality is this? The goods you're bringing in.
Oh, this is the good stuff, mate. The good stuff.
Okay, the goods.
You have a sample for us? Something
Oh, you
that
can get, you
maybe.
get a sample from my man tomorrow, right? You can get that weirdo creeper with the hat in the corner to try it out if you like.
Oh, yes, I'll take a closer look just to see. I'll try not to sample it again.
He's insulting you.
Oh. That's fine.
Oh no, not insulting the lady. No, you know everyone needs a weirdo in their crew, right?
You have a problem with my friends?
Falcadell.
Buddy,
Falcadell.
you know, I'm not as nice as the rest of this lot. They all like to do all the fancy talking. But if you go ahead and start throwing insults their way, she pulls out the dagger and starts flipping it between her fingers.
All right, Felka. All right. There's no.
Look, I'm just here to look out for all of you,
Yeah,
okay?
I am aware. Just put the knife away. There's people around.
It's all right. She just gotta get the claws out every now and again. I understand, right?
Yeah,
Just
no.
business, strictly
Yeah,
business.
would you like to see the gloves?
Oh, we should go before it gets worse.
All right, Huxley. Before blood is spilt in my bar.
Yep, right. See you tomorrow night. Yep. All right. Down
Let's
the
just-
shot.
As
Heads out.
as he walks away, relax. As he walks away, Falka takes her dagger and pretends to stab him in the back, as a joke, like a joking kind of thing, like, but doesn't actually. And she doesn't have to see, like, she's doing it so that he can't see her.
Sweet. You draw a few eyes from people in the bar, but then people just kind of go on.
Typical Falka.
Velvet visibly rolls her eyes and does not hide that.
Clyra, the bartender, calls you over, or the one of the owners behind the bar is like, "Hey, you know, I let you guys run your stuff out of here, maybe a little bit more subtlety next time, right?
Who is it? This
I'm
Clyra, who is she has
Ella.
given you permission to deal out of the tavern.
I'm so sorry, Clyra. We'll behave better next time.
Well, my bag is too much.
It's.
I say quietly to Enid. I'm not there with you guys.
I mean, nothing more than usual, I guess. It's just, you didn't stab anyone, so that was pretty good.
You know we appreciate you allowing us to do our business here, Clyra.
You know, I'm glad, you know, there's not many other entrepreneurs who operate in this area of town, and it's been hard on the folks here. But still, there's some folks that don't take kindly to your type of business operators. You catch my meaning. So
I fully understand. I'll make sure next time we're in here, we are at our best behavior.
thank you. Always a pleasure, Warden.
And Ira, there's a man in the back table there. Looks like he's had a little bit too much to drink. You think you could maybe give him a water? I'll pay for it.
Sure. No charge for the water. Just take care of the people.
Meanwhile, Velvet is trying to get like a shot or some kind of very strong drink.
Oh, absolutely, no problem. You can drink to your heart's content.
Can Enid tug on your dress just to also get her a drink because it's hard for her to get drinks?
Velvet will absolutely get you a drink. 100%.
Oh, thank you.
She gives you. You said you wanted beer. She gives you a beer.
Thank you. Oh,
Oops, I'm in the wrong accent. Haha, already messed up.
Me too.
I realize I'm not doing the accent. Forget it. I can't do accents.
Everything morphs to Jersey
I'm kidding.
eventually.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, hey.
Hey, oh, hey. Let's go get some coffee.
Hey.
Hey, oh, hey.
So you guys
You know,
are drinking and hanging out. Are you going to discuss your plans for tomorrow night? We can assume that you guys are doing it in the privacy of either back room or table so you won't be overheard, but you can kind of talk about how you want to handle things tomorrow.
Do we want to go to
while
the
you're here
upstairs
drinking.
lounge?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
can go to the upstairs
Alrighty.
lounge.
I down my shot and get a very large glass of wine and follow everybody.
I'll get another ale as well on the way up. Oh, I got one. My character got one. I'm so excited.
You just picked it up off the table.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The joys of one more multiverse.
You just hear, hey, that was mine.
You know, Enid, I hear drinking stunts your growth.
it's
Oh
all,
no, I'm stuck.
You know what happened to me. Don't make jokes.
Oh, just teasing.
What? I can't. Okay. I guess.
Yeah, some of the furniture
Some of
is
the
a little...
obstacles are a little weird. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
All right, so tomorrow, 2 a.m.
It's hard to build.
Brother, I want you
Yes.
scouting the area starting at midnight. We'll be nearby. Note any blue coat patrols, anything out of the ordinary. Hoxley's been good to us, but you never know. Enid, where'd you get a boba tea?
Oh,
Alcoholic
Oh,
boba.
She's
Usually-
just stuck in the chunks.
I have a question. While things were happening in the other room, would I have been able to steal anything off of Hoxley? I was gonna ask before, but I didn't get the chance
Possibly.
because
No,
I
it's
didn't want to
fine.
interrupt.
What are you trying to steal from him?
I don't know.
Like, is this like just syntax, basically?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
a
you
couple silver or something, or
you
a
could
little
try to-
bauble or
Yeah, sure.
watch or something.
I'm assuming you're going to just kind of like try to slip it out of his clothes while they're still on the floor or whatever
Mhm.
before he's ready. Okay.
Yep.
I would say you should probably roll finesse for that.
Oh, but it's risky. Okay.
I mean,
I was
you are
gonna-
trying to rob a man. It's not like he's necessarily going to stab you, but you know, there could be consequences for that.
All right.
Yeah, you're going for it?
I guess so.
You don't have
Why
to.
not?
It's up to you.
I feel like it would be something she would do only if it was like right there, not like digging through his clothes or his pockets or anything. Just only if like something fell on the floor or
Okay,
whatever.
in that case, I will make this controlled and limited so that you could probably get something, but it may not be anything super interesting.
Okay. Yes, he stabbed anyway. Yeah, right. Oh, that one was a success.
Awesome. I'm gonna say that you, as he is passed out in postcoital bliss, you just like roll off the bed and you see his wallet sitting, poking out of his coat pocket and grab it. You can add a coin.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
That is pretty good.
Roll a 6.
Where do I add that inventory? No.
So if
it
you
should
go,
be, yeah, it's in your playbook.
Okay.
It should be under.
Also, I didn't mention this. This location I made from scratch, which is why there's some issues with it. But yeah.
Progression. It's under progression.
Aha! Here it
And
is.
scroll to the bottom.
Fine. I have one now. Yay.
Very nice.
Okay.
But continue your planning.
Zeal, I want you there about midnight. We'll be close by. We'll find a bar somewhere you can find us. I want reports back.
I will scope the area out and let you know, but I think I should maybe keep myself in the shadows while this transaction is completed. Just in case something goes wrong, I have a little bit of an element of surprise. And if everything goes according to plan, maybe I can follow them back, find out where they're operating out of. Learn a little bit more about our new clients.
If you feel comfortable with it, I approve.
I
Falco.
really like to know who we're dealing with.
Makes sense. Falco,
Hi.
you're with me, just in case shit goes wrong. I need your blade at my side.
Fair enough.
Velvet, you can also join. You and Hoxley, you seem to have a connection. Maybe you'll put a smile on his face with your presence.
Okay.
Enid, last time we did a deal, you did throw up on the man's shoes.
Oh, well, I think I've got a tougher stomach this time. I'll stop drinking whatever this is. That might help.
Are you sure you're up for it? Would you rather
put me
hide
on
with
it.
Zeal?
No, put me on it, boss. I'm ready.
Alrighty. You're with us then, alright? Nope. If you do feel like you're gonna get sick, just take a step back. Take a step back. We don't want to.
Oh, you won't regret it this time. I swear. It's the last time.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions? Anything they're worried about?
Enid barfs on people? Question mark.
It's been known to happen.
Okay.
Just the stress, you know. But I'm ready.
Look, everybody has their talents and everybody has their weaknesses, but we make each other stronger as a team. Enid just happens to puke every once in a while. It's not that bad.
Oh.
It happens to everyone, you know?
You know, the more you talk about it, the more. I'm
Alright,
still ready. Okay.
We'll change. But Enid, I want you at full strength. If we need to test this Quicksilver,
Yes.
we need your expertise in that field.
I'm on it.
All right.
GM, I have a question. What does Quicksilver do? Is it like cocaine or something?
That is a great question.
Like, what's the?
And I'm so glad you asked that question. Thank you. Give me a moment and I will read. If I can find it quickly. I always lose the.
Oh, is it pinned in Discord?
I found it. Quicksilver, a toxic metallic fluid. The user's mind opens further to the ghost field. So it lets people attune to the ghost field better and also zones them out.
Pretty useful.
Which is why it would be nice if Hawksley could have given us something to sample before we actually go through with this deal. I mean, we do have Enid here who could tell us exactly how potent this kind of drug is.
I agree. He was.
You can't expect much from that guy.
He was a lot less chipper than usual. But who knows? But we need to be alert. We need to be on top of this. It's been an interesting few weeks since we've gotten the game. But anyway, any questions? Anything we're worried about? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
These seems
Nothing from me.
pretty standard. I'm not worried.
Good. We shouldn't be. And last thing, remember, the deal's not done until I shake on it.
Velvet gives a little salute, little
Yep.
mock salute.
Same. Righto, boss.
Right, boss.
All right,
Zeal gives a solemn nod.
let's have a good night, and we can. So Frank, is it like tonight 2 a.m. or tomorrow 2 a.m.?
Tomorrow 2 a.m.
Okay.
Not that it matters too much for practical
Yeah.
purposes, but you have
Mhm.
time to briefly prepare if you would like with gather information
Yep. Sounds good to me.
rolls.
Alrighty, let's get ourselves to drink and be ready for the job tomorrow.
All right, I'm going back down.
Velvet's way ahead of everybody else, I think, at this point in that department.
Oi! I can't get downstairs.
Oh.
Here we go. Okay. All right, I'm getting myself another ale before we go.
Lucy, in a moment.
Yes.
Yeah, Velvet will walk out when he says that.
Was that a first name?
Oh, so I mean, Zeal, a moment.
Well, no. When you guys are alone, you might
Yeah.
call him by his name.
Proper
Yeah.
name.
Yes, Victor.
Something doesn't feel right about this. It seems
Oh,
too easy. He's been a good smuggler, but Frank, what were the two drugs we've been selling so far?
Spark and smoke powder.
You know, spark, smoke powder. Pretty easy to find, but Quicksilver, that's a higher end drug, and he just came to us with it, no questions asked. I'm sure there's other buyers in the city, and I'm just interested in what his game is.
Sorry, I've been saying smoke powder. It's dream smoke, but it's
Okay.
actually the same
Spark
thing.
and Dream
Sorry.
Smoke. Got it.
But yeah, they're both, as you said, much lower end drugs.
Yes.
well, you know I don't trust him. He's never sit right with me.
Yeah. That's why I want us on high alert. Ooh.
Bob!
Thank you, Bob.
Oh.
Hi, Bob! Oh my God! Thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the raid.
Thank you, bub.
Welcome everybody from Bub's stream. Hope you had a good stream, Bub.
So after
You
all
think
this,
he's
go on.
you think he's double crossing us?
I don't think he'd be stupid enough to double cross us, but there might be, not out in the open, but there might, I saw the family was also in here when we arrived. That's the gang name, right, Frank? The family.
Correct. Yes.
There were
And they are not a rival gang, so to speak, but they own the western half of Char.
you know, just so happens that the family was here, especially when we were meeting with Hoxley, and while the family isn't a rival gang per se, it is something to keep note of. We need to protect our turf at all cost.
You're right about that. Well, I'll be on high alert. I'll find out what I can at the meeting. And hopefully, this will be a smooth and easy operation, and we can expand our interests and keep doing what we're doing.
And don't forget about our mission.
Never forget about that.
I
He
hope-
grabs he grabs Victor by the shoulder and stares him in the eyes. It doesn't feel like we're getting any closer.
Maybe you're right there. It doesn't. It feels like we've hit a dead end. But with the increase in coin, some more turf, hopefully we can get some answers sooner rather than later.
You know, I find all of this distasteful, but we have to grow. We have to gain more power and connections if we're going to do what we need to do. No other way about it.
You're right. You're right. Just, if you... I have connections, people, bluecoats, other friendly gangs. They tell me to keep an eye on you. You're staying as clean as possible, right?
Clean as I can be in this business.
That's all that matters.
And Victor, be careful with the drink tonight, you know? Important job tomorrow.
I know. It's been a few days since I was out in the town, but gotta enjoy myself somehow.
Okay, just not too much.
I know. I'll be careful.
And Lucia nods and turns to leave to rejoin the rest of the party.
And Victor will go as well. Whoop, stuck in the wall.
I think while this is happening,
Mhm.
Velvet will kind of lean over conspiratorially to Falca and say, "You know, I didn't do what I did for nothing." And so when somebody has a coin, is it just a term for a lot of money, or is it an actual coin?
You're muted, Frank.
Frank, you're muted.
Damn it, sorry, I keep muting so that I don't hit sound. Yes, a coin is a massive amount of, well, massive relatively.
It is a week's wages.
So it's basically
Okay.
an actual like purse of coin.
I basically flash Huxley's wallet at her.
Ah. Wow,
And
wow.
so a little real quick. So yeah, coin is a week's wages. You don't really track everyday money in Blades in the Dark. So like you don't pay for ale, you don't pay for food. As hawkers, we would have expendable money. But a coin would be a lot of money.
It's assumed that you're spending the money you get from jobs, and your money lasts you until your next job, which is why you get 2 downtime activities in Blades of the Dark, because that's like, you know, a week or 2 for you to spend money normally, which is why you have to pay coin to get an extra downtime activity. So essentially, if you burn too much time, then you run out of money and you actually have to spend money, but otherwise it's assumed you're just living within your means, so to speak.
Okay. Good to know.
coin
So
is
instead
a
of a
coin.
wallet, it's a coin purse.
Yeah, so it is
like
a
a
coin
little,
purse.
A little purse
Yeah.
of gold.
I shake it so it jingles, so you know that there's a lot in there before I stuff it back in like my dress or something. Just kind of boop.
Falca nods approvingly with like a devilish smile, and just says, Well. That I had a feeling it wasn't just it wasn't all fun. It was work as well.
Of course. He's quite the boring man.
Yes, he doesn't seem very interesting.
No. But he has money.
And now it's yours.
Indeed. I cheers with her. We clink glasses.
Yeah.
Anyone else having conversations tonight?
No, I guess if the gentlemen rejoin us. And is there anything else we need to do here for the evening? Boss? Or can we enjoy ourselves?
Enjoy yourselves, but keep it at like a 7. We need to be on our game tomorrow.
I got a good 7, I can tell you that much.
Oh, I know. After 6, you start throwing punches, so.
Oh, please no.
Look, if anybody looks at you the wrong way, just point them over to me.
Still need to find out what the wrong way is.
You know, one time, a guy came up to me and told me that I need to smile more. And you know what I did to him?
Gosh.
You know what I did?
Oh, no.
I took my dagger and put a little smile on his face. So now I smile all the time when I think of that moment. Just saying.
I'm glad I hired her. Clyra, she's joking. She's joking. Like I said, no bloodshed will happen in this bar tonight. All right, I promise.
Velvet takes a long sip from her wine.
Enid tries not to vomit.
Better to have Falca and not need her than to need her and not have her, I guess.
Amen to that, brother.
Sorry. The laughing continues, and
No,
you guys
no,
are
no.
all
This is
uncomfortable.
wonderful.
You're uncomfortable by
Yes.
the continued laughing.
That
I
laughter
love
haunts-
this.
It haunts my dreams, but that's life.
Just sips her drink.
Enid, I know you said you wanted to switch rooms, but I think it's just gonna have to wait a while. I know
Okay,
her laughter permeates at night.
it's fine.
It's
I
haunting.
it's fine. I can bottle my feelings. It's fine.
And
It's fine.
just talk to your ghosts, you know?
Okay. I
You
will.
can take my room if you need, Enid. Would that be better? Is that farther away?
Well, can I move all my ghosties in?
Yes, of course. I'm not going to make you keep it
Okay.
elsewhere.
Okay. Appreciate it. That helps.
As long as you're comfortable.
Thanks, Seal.
Ginger ale? Yes, the bartender.
Ginger ale?
Ginger ale. Oh my.
We're working tomorrow.
And the boss said we could get to a 7.
Yeah, well, the boss doesn't have the best self-control when it comes to drinking, so, you know, I would take that with a grain of
So
salt.
you're the responsible one, eh?
He always has
I
been.
just... And he grabs his
know-
drink from the bartender.
I don't really know much about you two brothers. You know, you're siblings, right? I mean, I got that much.
That is correct, yes.
So who's the younger?
Zeal is younger.
You're the baby. You have any other siblings that we should know about? She waves her dagger around a little bit. I'm
We do
sorry,
not
I
know.
told her I said I wouldn't do that.
Just us two.
I need to get my prop dagger. I think it helps because I'm using my pen.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I told you,
flipping.
props pull you out of it.
Props bring you in the.
Yeah.
Bring you in.
No, Falcon. No other siblings.
Oh, just the 2 boys, eh?
The 2 boys, yes.
Just us two.
Are you? Have you always been this tight knit?
tight knit.
asking. I mean, you seem pretty close.
Oh, Zeal and I.
Yeah. Brothers.
Growing up, I was out at sea a lot, but when I was on shore, yeah, we were tight knit.
I'm just trying to figure you out, you know? So you're the responsible young one, and you're the more. You're
gonna poke my eye out. Can you?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just like pointing my dagger at people.
You're just like.
So does Tracy, apparently.
I'm just, so we have the young, responsible one, but the older one is the one that takes command, but is a little less reliable, is what I'm hearing. Yeah.
I like to use the term competent. A little less competent.
I see. Competent.
Less competent?
I don't know. I couldn't think of a word. That's
I know, it's dictionary.
I clicked and I was like, that's the wrong word, but I'm gonna go with this. Yeah.
Don't sell yourself too short.
Yeah. Wrong word, but rolling with it.
And you, Falco? Did you have family? Did anybody raise you?
I like the way you word it like that.
Warden's gonna take a sip and go, yeah, the wolves.
I take that as a compliment, sir. No, I did have family. I don't talk to them anymore, but they raised me for most of my years.
Are they alive?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Ooh. Sounds like a story there.
Yes, and it'll take about 6 more ales for me to get deep into that story. And unfortunately, the boss said I can't get that deep tonight. So,
Yes, keep it to a 7.
yes.
As if that's a reasonable number.
Yes, of course.
All
And
right.
You, Velvet, you're
Me?
You never told us where you're from. Your accent is not of Duskwall.
No, it is not, thankfully. I mean, if you must know, I'm from Iruvia.
Eruvia.
Indeed.
It's beautiful country? I forget what they're referred to, Frank. Region?
Yeah, country. I
Yeah.
think
It is
they're
a country.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Beautiful
What
country.
brings you out to Duskwall?
This and that. Opportunity.
Well, I'm glad you're with us.
Yes.
As you should be.
Not everybody has the skill sets that you have, clearly.
She does have a way with words, yes.
Yes.
I am very good at what I do.
Yes.
So, Iruvia is much nicer.
I would agree, except I'm not a fan of the heat.
Oh, I love it.
I've never been. Seems like a
Most
nice
places
place.
are nicer than Duskwall.
That is true.
Well, there is the matter of that lightning barrier that keeps everyone alive.
Yeah, it would be nice to get out of here one day. Maybe see some sights, but
You
guess we're not going to be doing that anytime soon.
you do know what's outside those barriers, right, Falco?
Yeah, shitty stuff.
That's one way to put it, yes.
Things I could
Shitty
stab, though.
stuff. You
Maybe.
could try. You could try.
I don't know if you could, really. I'm not even you.
Enid, we've never talked about your home. Since we're on the subject, if you'd like to share.
I grew up around here, but I don't know. Just been here all my life. Don't know much else to say. Not much to say.
Okay. I appreciate a tight-lipped individual.
And that will be for the vomit too.
I hope so.
Yes, it will.
Well, we all have our secrets.
Oh, yes, we do.
That's what keeps us. That's what keeps us in the game and on a straight path.
Yes.
Things we run
guess-
from, things we hide from, things that are trying to hurt us, or people we're trying to hurt. At the end of the day, like my brother said, we all have secrets.
But we all get a job done pretty good, so...
That is true. That is true.
Speaking of, for this job tomorrow morning or night, whatever. For me, it's morning, really, 2 a.m. Is there any other things that we need to bring along? Should I just bring along my
usual sword, bring your armor just in case. You never know. But I don't expect this to go that. If this does go south, which I don't see it happening, but if it does, just be ready with the usual.
Do we have like a code word if like we want to abandon the thing completely, or is that just not an option? Like
You guys
south.
can absolutely have a code word to abandon.
Do you have one in mind?
Don't say
Lightning.
knife.
Is that lightning?
When lightning strikes.
When lightning strikes. Sounds good to me.
Something like that. I don't know.
When lightning strikes,
When lightning strikes, we get the hell out of there.
we will. If you see something, say something. When lightning strikes.
All right.
Okay.
Sound good to everyone?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
All right.
Is the knife in your mouth right now?
Yes, it is.
It's like, is it Dennis the Menace with Christopher Lloyd cutting the apple into his mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, she never cleans the knife either. It's just.
No, I use it to pick my teeth too.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
So you guys have a nice night out. Does anyone actually go harder than a 7, or you guys all stay within the parameters?
I suppose I'll be responsible.
I stay within the parameters.
I'll stay within the parameters.
All right, you all stumble back to your lair at varying points of time, and your lair has your beds, as you know. You can all get some rest.
Oh, we brought our ales with us.
Yeah.
After party.
I brought my wine to go.
Oh my god.
Yes.
How do you drop them? I've been trying to figure out. I've been going through the
X.
menus.
X.
You press X,
Whatsoever.
yeah.
Don't just put it on the
Ian,
floor.
pick it up.
All
Next,
right, yes,
I'm gonna put it on the bar. Hold on.
You can
Oh, wait, I
also
can't.
in the top
can do it.
right, you can go to
Okay.
Character Studio, and then so you pop out that little pop
There
out
you go.
menu on the right. The little yellow smiley face will be Character Studio, and then you should see items, and you can just click on that, and it'll put it in your inventory.
Wait, what?
Yep.
There's a smiley face? Where?
Oh,
Oh, wait, I see it. Never mind. I'm just
We have
blind. It's
to-
fine.
we have to stop stealing glasses and things, mugs from the bar. All right,
Clyra
I'll
will
bring
just
it
put it on the
back tomorrow
tab.
morning.
She'll just put it on the tab. It's not gonna be that big of an issue.
You know that she'll take care of it.
Yeah.
That you're good for it. She's
Deal.
getting a cut for letting you guys deal out of there, obviously. So, you're good for the money.
Enid, you're taking the ghost bird with you, right?
I didn't want it for company. It's real nice. It squawks every hour.
How do you sleep with that?
I don't.
All right. Okay. Do you like having it with you?
I I mean, maybe we need some space. Good night.
All right. Night.
All right. With that, you guys all head to sleep, and we will get to the engagement roll. Social approach.
The engagement roll. Where's my ring?
GM, thanks.
Hoxley introducing you all. You guys can select your load for the job.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, how we do that? Oh, I see.
In your character sheet.
Under inventory.
And you will have an extra die for this as Hoxley is making the introduction to you.
Just going normal for the
Am
load.
I correct in thinking that we don't need to choose our load beforehand, right? We can choose as needed.
Well, you choose the size of your load now, and you choose the items in your load later.
Right.
Oh.
And
Okay.
can you give me a recap on the difference between light, normal, and heavy? Like, what is the trade-off for doing a heavy versus a light?
Heavy,
load?
you will be. It's just how conspicuous you are. The more you're carrying, the more it looks like you're just a thug going to a job and drawing unwanted attention, potentially heat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And you get to carry more for larger load.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. And rolling engagement. Okay.
Risky
Ooh.
starting position.
Risky starting position.
And
Sheesh.
give me a moment.
What do you got there, Zeal?
Oh, I was just looking at my zero weight load stuff. Sorry.
Oh.
There are certain items that don't cost any weight in your load.
Oh no. I
You
was trying to.
leave- Oh, sorry. You have something in your hand.
Do I?
Someone has something in their hand.
Nope, not
I
me.
do.
Oh,
I put my thing
Falca has a
down.
rope in her. Oh, she has all her weapons in her hand.
All my items. All my load.
So if you hit the smiley face, you can put them away.
Oh,
Remind
put
me
them
to get
away or
this-
put down? How do I put them away?
You should double click on the item in your hand, and it should.
There
Yep.
we go. I see. Okay.
You guys go through the streets of Night Market late at night, and the meat is in this abandoned house with broken windows, shattered glass on the ground, very dilapidated. I believe it was Zeal, you were taking a position from far away on Overwatch. Just
Yeah,
waiting to see
and
what
I would
happened.
have surveyed the area beforehand. Is there anything I need to do to have checked out the area? Any information I would have gathered as far as what's going on in this location? Anything potentially to watch out for as a maybe danger?
So you're basically just scouting the area for any potential threats, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can just gather information. Let me. So, survey probably is what you were doing, yes?
Seems like it.
Yeah. And you're in a great position to do so, so controlled and great effect.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Wait, you don't have any survey?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
So what you realize is that with all of the cloud cover and
Could have
the
brought me.
smoke coming from the buildings, the loudness of the train cars as they're rolling into the station, it's just kind of clouding what you can see. You could try to get a different vantage point. There's another building that looks like it's clear of a lot of the obstacles and further away from the train cars, but you would have to, kind of expose yourself, and it looks like, it's not quite as sturdy. So you'd be kind of going to a riskier spot. The building doesn't look like it's that great. But you could, if you want to, take another chance.
Looking, so that was just to see if there was anything dangerous that might be of note, right?
Yep.
I don't necessarily need to find the best vantage point. I am good at hiding. So I am going to hide. I'm going to prowl
so it's okay
close.
if you don't see anything, you just want to have a spot that you're hidden.
Yeah, even if I don't know what the best spot might be, I'm sure that I could find plenty of places to hide within reason there.
Again, controlled and great. There's no real threat, and there is lots of cover for you to hide, so you can roll that also.
Hey, success.
And you want it to be up high, right? Or would you rather be towards the ground?
Well, as long as I have a good hiding spot, I would love to be closer rather than far away. So I think I would be.
You
on the
find a
ground.
good spot on a building next door, just kind of looking through the window, and you can see into this building and get a pretty decent spot of all of your friends meeting Hawksley and this mystery person.
Okay. Putting myself in the corner so that way I'm not.
Hawksley. Right then, so this is a bloke. He's got the shit. I'll let you two take it from here. You want to do some negotiation or whatever? I'm just here to broker the meat and keep the peace, all right?
Thank you, Hawksley. Appreciate your effort as always. So, did he say a name? Did Hawksley
Nope.
say it? Oh.
Did not say a name.
So you are the contact, I take it.
You see a man, brimming hat like Jesper from
Shadow
and Bone.
Yes.
Nice, very freshly fitted, tailored suit, very clean, very upper class. Looks like he could be a noble in a different context, but with the dilapidation of the apartment, just kind of looks like a con man. But you're not sure if that's just because you're in, a rundown house, or if that's clouding your judgment. But looks wealthy. He just nods and says, I'm told you want to do business.
1 second.
Do I recognize him?
You do not recognize him. Actually, you're a noble. Let me do a fortune roll to see if
I was gonna say, can I study him?
Yeah, because two of us are nobles, right?
So first, I'm going to give you an extra die for background and tier.
By the way, I'd like to remind us players that we need to keep track of our gaining experience. So everybody has their own ways of gaining experience with their. Yeah. So
check your
for
playbook
example,
if you do not know that. I would say already.
I've earned
the beginning
experience.
part, you have definitely earned experience. Yes. I believe
I'll
you
give an
get it for
example. What mine is
deception.
like. Every time I address a challenge with stealth or evasion, anytime I express my belief, drives, heritage, or background, which I think everybody has that, and just when you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma during the session.
Okay,
Yep.
so we all talked about our past. So we
Yeah.
get
So you
how
guys
much?
can. It's just one if you do that once, and if you do it multiple times, no matter how many times, it's 2
Okay.
per session. So just keep track of that.
So 1 for the playbook and 1 for resolve, because I used resolve and failed earlier. Is that how that works? Or is it just playbook XP?
It would just be so you can
Playbook
choose either
XP.
or.
Okay.
Yeah, you can choose
Okay.
either.
So yeah,
or.
so at the end of the session, that's when you'll add your XP, and you can choose to add either the experience into your playbook EXP, or you can
Okay.
choose to add the points into your skill tree of
skill.
choice.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. But the man says, yes, and yes, you don't know where you recognize him from, Velvet, but you do recognize him. For sure you've seen him somewhere in noble circles. And Chris, I did not remember what kind of thing you were trying to
I wanted
figure
to
out.
try and study him.
What are you trying to figure out about him, or what are you looking for?
I'm just trying to see if anything pops out that a man of his stature, it wouldn't seem normal. Maybe like, you know, if he has these raggedy old clothes on, but he has like really nice knives, or maybe he didn't tuck his shirt in well enough and he has a blue coat badge on his belt. Like he wasn't hiding it well. Anything that looks off about this gentleman.
Sure. It's controlled again because Hockley's made an assist and it's not threatening and standard effect if you want to find that.
Alrighty.
He looks extremely calm and collected. You know, sometimes in these underground meetings, people will have like accelerated heartbeats or nervous tics, avoid making eye contact. He's just staring each one of you one by one dead in the eyes, cool as a cucumber. And as he sees you studying him, he says, "Do I have something on my face?"
No, friend. Just never met you before. Just doing my due diligence.
I'm only here as a favor to Huxley. Why don't you tell me what this is all about?
Hoxley said you could connect us with some goods. We're in the market. We are, you know, a group of buyers and sellers of various goods. And Hoxley's been kind enough to be a purveyor of such goods, as well as a sort of middleman. So we're just looking to increase our stash and go from there.
Yeah, I suppose I can cut you in on the operation on a limited trial basis.
Limited trial? What do you mean by that?
I'll give you 2 coin worth of the stuff. You manage to flip it, come back, maybe I'll give you some more.
Do we keep the 2 coin?
Out of character, yes, you would keep the 2 coin. I'm
Got
just
it.
shortcutting the complex microeconomics of the drug trade without having to get
Sure.
into the nitty gritty.
Got it. So flip some goods, earn a little coin. What's the catch?
Oh, you fuck up, I'm not going to sell to you again. That's the deal.
I would agree wholeheartedly, but lucky for you, we don't fuck up.
He kind of gives you like a... Well, that remains to be seen. I've had my eye on you for a while.
Notice anything good?
I know that the sisters aren't going to be able to protect you forever.
You may be right, but we are very close with the sisters, and ultimately, if it comes down to it, we'll see to it that they are pleased as well as you at the end of the day.
He like looks over at Enid. She looks like she's close to the sisters. She's got to be careful with that, though.
Enid has her specialties, but don't you mind her. She's...
I won't even make eye contact. Just a second.
Right.
She's our specialist.
I take you to the container that has the goods. I give you the goods. What you do with the goods is up to you.
I have to pass the sniff test first.
Like she said,
No.
would you mind if she tests it a little before we shook on it?
He reaches into his coat pocket and hands you, Warden, a vial of Quicksilver.
Enid,
Um,
please.
She's gonna shake it around, not violently, but just. Then can she pop it open and take a sniff?
Yep.
That's the good stuff.
Do I know if it's legit?
You are going to have to study it, I would say, to try to find out how good it is or not.
Okay. So, is it just you go to play and you? I don't know why it's not working.
Should be a roll button somewhere there.
Yeah, the little.
At the bottom, you should see roll.
Oh, yep, got it.
Awesome. I'm gonna need you to make a follow-up roll.
Oh no.
I need you to now attune.
Okay. Oh boy.
This is what you're here for, Enid.
Oh god, oh got it.
Ooh.
Awesome. So as you are detecting... Oh, I should have actually given you an extra die, but it didn't matter. As you are sniffing it and trying to determine the quality of this, you actually get high from the stuff and open your mind up to the ghost field.
Oh no.
boy.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
There we go.
Look around, and you can feel there are definitely a number of different spirits around you
Oh,
that you know are just outside of your reach. You feel hidden figures watching from different points in the shadows, but you also now take level 2 harm zoned out, as you are too high currently to relay any of this to anyone. And you all see as Enid's eyes just glaze over after she has taken a sniff and slumps to the floor.
Oh. Well, looks like it's the good stuff then.
Enid, you okay?
well, it's the ghosties and the bottles, and they go boo boo.
She does this sometimes.
Oh.
Alright. Mr. Contact, you have a deal.
Great. You can keep that one.
I
And
doubt she's gonna part with it at this point. She's quite attached.
yeah, seems like she's having a grand old time. Huck's like, well, right, glad that I can make this. Let's head over to the container yet, and I'll get the fuck out of the way, right? All right, here we go. And the contact, and you will see this Zeal, as they leave this place, he takes them all to a warehouse, not a warehouse, yes, a warehouse, sorry, and opens up a cargo container that has a very large amount of Quicksilver. When you look, it is way more than 2 coins worth. It's a little bit odd that he's actually showing this to you, considering there's so much, but he doesn't even seem to be afraid that you're going to rob him or rip him off, which you may decide to if you want. He opens, he kind of gestures and says, grab 2 bags. And looks at you expectantly.
So the 2 bags are worth the 2 coin, but we see this entire...
Yes.
Got it. Got it. Falca, you're the strong one. Mind grabbing these 2 bags for us?
Right. I'll go ahead and do that.
Don't sniff them either.
Looks like Enid's got that covered for all of us. I pick up the 2 bags. Put them over my shoulders if I can.
You can.
Wow. I was gonna say while this is happening, it's at this point I kind of look over at the contact. Do you prefer that we keep going through Hoxley, or do you want us to contact you directly next time?
I'll look over at Hawksley. Next time you go through Hawksley, maybe after that I can start dealing with you direct.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
He'll give you a very pointed look, Warden.
Hoxley or the contact will?
The contact. Don't mess this up.
Would never. And I'll go to shake his hand.
He will shake your hand.
Sell 2 bags, keep 2 coin.
Yep.
Shake his hand.
Done. Hans is like, right, well, I'm gonna fuck off then. Go back to the pub, see me mum. Have a good life, everyone. And he leaves. The contact shuts the container. You hear the large clang as it crashes.
Real quick, sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Is have a good life, everyone? Is that a normal thing Hoxie would say? Or is that...
It's a little extreme, but he is kind of wild and
Being
flamboyant
Hoxley.
like that. Yeah.
Okay,
He's kind of being Hoxley.
got it.
I would say, like, you don't get the impression that this is a setup from everything that has happened so far, but this is weird set of circumstances for all of you.
Just being led to this giant container, and it was almost too easy, it feels like. Yeah.
It does feel like that a little bit, yes. Almost like this could be a test of some kind, perhaps.
Okay.
He shuts the container, you hear a loud clang, and he says, well, I'm not gonna leave first. And just stands there waiting.
We will leave. And we have a deal.
Awesome. You guys, without... so the last thing is, how are you going to get these drugs back to your hideout?
Where is the train yard compared to a canal?
Let's all... If you guys all want to zone out to the map, we can all see together.
How big are these bags, by the way?
This is like a... It's wrong music. I would say like a bag of rice type big, where you would either have to like carry them each arm or carry them
Yeah.
over your shoulder. So they're
I
pretty
got
large.
2 big satchels.
Now, if you go to Night
Sacks.
Market, you can see the train yard is in the southern area, the rail station, and where you came from is one of these warehouses. There aren't any canals immediately that are nearby. You could get to the water, or there's this one long canal that you see that leads up from the left side and goes around. And your lair is on the rightmost.
So it's
side.
our lair's just down the street, essentially.
Yes, you're not going very far, but you are carrying 2 very large bags of drugs. So,
Probably shouldn't walk down the street with them.
yeah. So,
I'm trying to think. Would we have had the foresight to have something ready, like a?
well, thanks to Blades in the Dark, you can have anything. The
Yes.
foresight to have done anything. What would you have liked to do?
I was going to say, like, carriages are like a very normal, right? Are they? What's a normal mode of transportation by land?
So you could have rented a carriage. That would be actually kind of expensive, though.
Oh, okay. What's like a normal, not super expensive?
So really, other than that, you would have to be on foot, or you could have had your boat ready in a nearby canal and kind of take the canals the long way around to get back to your hideout. And that would be the most stealthy way to do it,
Okay.
but not the most direct way. But it's certainly an option.
Stealth is better.
I also have an idea. Since we are friends with the gondoliers,
Mm-hmm.
could we have contacted them beforehand to secure passage?
Absolutely. I would say you could do that for 1 stress and no big deal. You could have had the gondoliers ready with a boat with a cover on top. and put the drugs in one boat with a gondolier, and then you guys in a boat right behind it. Or
Got
even have one person ride with the gondolier if you want to make sure you don't get ripped off.
Falco, go with the produce.
The gondoliers?
Yeah, go with the gondoliers. We'll be right behind you.
We each take a
Alright,
stress for that?
Nope.
No,
me.
just him.
Okay.
alright. I'll go with them.
Awesome. Yep. Oh, go
I am
ahead.
staying hidden, and I want to follow, as mentioned earlier, I want
The
to follow
contact.
the contact.
Yeah.
All right.
Shady individuals up to.
So are you just tracking him? Are you trying to stay hidden? How are you doing this?
Well, of course, I'm trying to stay hidden. So depending on how well I'm able to stay hidden, I guess would determine, what I'm doing there.
Okay.
If I feel like they are not catching a glimpse of me at all, then I might try to get in close enough to hear them talking. But otherwise, I really just want to know where they're going. See them
Sure.
go home.
So you can definitely try to prowl. I'm going to say the streets are mostly empty and he is coming from a meeting. So there is definitely a risk of him seeing you, and it's not going to be the easiest. And yes, we're going to break soon, everyone. Sorry. As soon as we wrap this part up. It might be easy for him to see you. So I'm going to say this would be limited effect.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to roll normally on this. You know what? No, I'm going to push myself.
For greater effect or another die?
Say for greater effect.
Thank you for the raid,
Hey,
Panda
thanks for the
Pandemic.
Raid! Welcome,
Hey, thank
everybody.
you.
I gotta fix the overlay. I'm sorry your name got cut off.
Yeah, let's be risky and go for another effect, for greater
Okay,
effect.
so remove that die, and then I will change the effect to standard effect instead.
How do I remove the die?
This should be. Oh, I can do it. There we go.
Oh, I see. Adjustments. Okay.
Yep,
All
I
right.
got it.
All right. Mixed success.
Okay, and then before I get to the consequences, this is kind of a setup role for you to track him, right?
I guess. Yeah, I mean,
So, like, follow
I'm
him.
assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming that the sneaking, like, if I'm hidden, I should be able to sneak pretty easily.
Yes, and then so I would say then it goes from risky to control, or sorry, no, I would say it goes from limited effect to standard effect for tracking him with hunt. Does that seem reasonable?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Success.
So you making your way through the streets, you have to be very careful because you don't want him to see you. But you're going through eventually it takes you quite a while, almost an hour, and he is leading you north through Night Market going towards Charter Hall. About that time he glances around. You think he might have gotten a glimpse of you. You're not 100% sure. But he goes, and you can see that there are increased blue coat patrols as he is going into Charter Hall. You can keep pursuing him, but the risk is you do not necessarily look like you belong in Charter Hall. You're not completely familiar with it as you don't go there often. There's a risk you might get accosted. There's a risk he might use his position and the way he looks to accuse you of something.
Tell
Not
me about
guaranteed.
Charter Hall. Is this
This
what
is
kind of
kind
location
of the
is this?
the city's civic area. It has many blue coat barracks, courthouses, university, things of that nature. It's basically all the civic services are in Charter Hall.
And was I able to overhear anything from them when they were talking? they were talking to each other on the way back?
Oh no, Hawksley and him went a totally different direction. He is just walking
Oh.
by himself.
He's by himself? Okay.
And he
Okay.
did not meet anyone to go that far. Now you can keep following him, but there's a risk of something happening.
Right. Okay. I'm going to say I'm not gonna follow any further.
Okay.
Go back home.
With that, we are going to take a quick 10-minute break as the team has gotten out of this job, and we will resolve everything when we get back. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be back in just 10 minutes. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and we will see what is next for the Conduit.
BRB.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Rise of the Conduit, our Blades in the Dark campaign. Our group has just finished with their first job. It's a little weird when you're hawkers, and we are going to resolve all of that right now. Going through everything, for those of you who have not been through this before, 2 rep is the default for a score, which you'll get. Which I will sign. This is a minor job for the 2 coin that was promised. So you can add 2 coin to your coffers. You have to do that manually. If Mr. Stormbeard, you would like to take care of that.
I can, yes.
Boss.
So, I just realized that some of the names got swapped.
Oh.
There we go.
All good.
There you go.
This was
I'm not burdened.
smooth and quiet, low exposure. Not really anything. However, this is a high-profile target, so I'm going to say it is 1 heat. I don't know how you guys feel about metagame knowledge. Like the metagame knowledge, like to keep the metagame knowledge from you.
In what sense?
A spoiler about who that person was.
I mean, I think if Velvet would like to talk about it,
Yeah.
and then we can go from there. But if she chooses not to, then that's a-okay.
Velvet would not know exactly who this person is, only the circles in which you have seen them.
Got it.
So, in that case, I will keep it behind the curtain for now.
Cool.
No one should be incarcerated for this.
No.
All right.
You say
yes.
should be. I don't like that. Prefer if you said nobody will be.
Entanglement.
Uh-oh.
Oh, one of them seems fitting. What is Unquiet Dead?
What does that
Oh,
mean?
what is...
Oh no.
A rogue spirit is drawn to you, perhaps it's a past victim. Acquire services of a whisper or railjack to attempt to destroy or banish it or deal with it yourself.
Well.
that sounds like it fits quite well with what we just did.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
We have a whisper.
Hang on.
Unless she gets put in jail.
No.
No.
All right. I will get to what is going to happen with that, but it is going to be rival, not Unquiet Dead this time.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Whoop.
I can see all that. Are we supposed to see all that?
Yeah.
Yes, you are supposed
Okay.
to see all this.
Okay.
Okay.
Not seeing secrets right now. How
So if you guys
upsetting.
want to talk before we get to downtime activities, then we can. You guys can talk about what just went down.
Once we get back, and I know we are safely
You are back and safe.
in our hideout, I am going to, in my usual way, tug a little bit on Warden's sleeve and say, "Can we talk a little about what just happened
Of course, Velvet. What is it?
privately?"
Also, we are shortcutting this, but Zeal would be coming back a little bit later than the rest of you, like about an hour later. But
Okay.
As he said, so it wouldn't raise any questions, right?
yeah, it would not raise any questions. You knew this was happening.
Falca, go ahead and put the bags in the storage room and make sure you lock the door this time. I'll be right back.
You got it, boss.
So I will follow Warden wherever he prefers to go.
Typical game of
My
chess.
room or yours?
My place or yours?
Yeah, right.
I'll be hanging
Our
out
rooms
with
are
you,
right next door to each other. I wonder if that's on purpose. She will look across the chess table at him and say, "I have seen that man before. I don't know his name, but I imagine if I have seen him before, maybe in more polite society.
Do you recall where you saw him?
GM, do I recall where I saw him or no? Just that
Yes.
I've seen him before. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. You saw him in a high-end, how should I say, pleasure house in Silkshore. But it is
Silkshore. Okay.
very high-end.
So it's a place that I've worked then.
Maybe
Or have
not
been a
worked
guest.
like you were a courtesan there, but you brought a guest for play there. Yes.
Okay.
And you saw him, which means either he has particular tastes or he's very wealthy.
So I will relay. I assume that even if the rest of the crew does not know, I would assume that Warden knows who I am and what I do when I'm not running, scoundrel, dastardly scores. So I will give him this information and tell him that it was in a place I was at for work, but not my place of work.
Interesting.
He is either very eccentric or very rich. I think he is rich. He looks rich. Smelled rich, too.
It would explain the large train car full of seemingly open-ended drugs.
Mm-hmm.
No one dressed like that, and he seems so nonchalant about hundreds of coin and drugs just sitting in that train car and showing us.
How much do you want to bet he owns the blue coats?
I mean, who doesn't own blue coats?
True, but I mean a lot of them.
Can't be too sure. It's good. Thank you for bringing this information to me. I will record it down, and maybe we'll get Zeal to track him some more.
I say we play nice.
Maybe you could try to find him again in different circumstances.
I have someone I could ask.
Do what you do best, and let me know what you find.
I will keep you posted.
I appreciate it.
As you well should. And she will saunter out of the room.
Okay. He will just sit at his chessboard. At first, he'll go pour himself a drink from one of his whiskey bottles and sit down at his chessboard and just start playing some chess to ease his mind.
Okay. Falca, Enid, Zeal. You can say Zeal comes back at some point. Any
Oh,
discussion?
Zeal, where'd you come from?
Oh, just following our contact back into the. I already forgot the section name that they were in. I'm sorry.
Night market?
No,
So you
they
were
went
in
back
Night Market to Charter Hall.
Yes, followed him back to Charter Hall.
Oi, you see anything?
Saw a lot of blue coats, a lot of noblemen, and I turned the hell around.
That's a good idea.
Not dressed for the occasion. Maybe next time.
Oi, well, you took in blue, but so what do we do now?
Well, I put the goods in the back, so we're all good now.
Keep them away from me if you could. That was a bit.
Yeah, what was up with that? You were really out of it earlier.
The ghosts. They were everywhere, and but I didn't vomit, though, and that's pretty good. I didn't vomit. I did it right.
No, you didn't.
Are you feeling okay right now? Your pupils are still a little dilated.
I mean, were you always green-skinned?
Me? Green-skinned?
Never mind. It's just side effects.
Yeah, I guess these drugs have a bit of a longer, lingering effect, eh? Is that normal for, For Quicksilver?
I'll just might need a second. I've been taking a break from it for a reason.
You need some water or something?
Just to lie down, I guess. Yeah.
What did you see? What do you see?
Watching eyes, ghosts in every corner. Just watching, waiting.
Do you always see ghosts, or just, when you take the drugs?
Well, I mean, I guess if I can't always sense them, but the drugs help a lot. But
Are
sometimes
there any here?
Can I sense ghosts?
You will have to reattune if you would like to sense ghosts around here.
I'll try it.
Do you? Is this something that you enjoy doing? Are you okay with this?
Sometimes the ghosties are good for conversation, They're very good listeners.
Oh, you can remove your harm, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
before I do this roll. But I'm still going to give you the bonus since you have recently taken Quicksilver. The other thing, I know we were discussing Hannah out of character. I will say you have 2 ghosts in your room in bottles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk
And you
to
can
the...
you can determine those at your own time.
Oh. Okay.
But remove your harm before you do the roll, because okay, there you go, you did.
I did. Okay. So just an attune roll?
So I'm gonna say this is risky as any attune roll, risky without some kind of a setup.
Alright, just getting ready.
No.
So good.
Please hold. I need to think.
If you don't want to see the ghosts, there are methods that can help keep them away.
I mean, it's complicated. Sometimes the ghosties are nice, and sometimes not so nice.
As you attune to the ghost field and reach out and try to sense nearby spirits, you do. In fact, there's a spirit that seems to have followed you back that you didn't really know before, but it's here and it looks angry and it reaches out
Oh,
and it looks like it wants something and it's not happy about it.
Can I ask?
What do you see?
a very cranky ghost. What do you want?
In fact, you all start to see it too, and you guys are terrified. It's this unholy, awful, and I need to do a music change now. I didn't think this was happening.
Hey.
Give me a moment.
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh no!
Ah!
Oh.
Oh, creepy.
Mr. Ghosty.
Shit. Are you all seeing this?
So Falca and Zeal, unless you push yourself, you are terrified. You are paralyzed in fear at this spirit. Would you like to push yourself to resist being terrified?
I think I'll stay terrified for now. It's a ghost.
Yeah, I feel like
Not
this
a
is a
person.
valid reason to be scared.
Yeah, if it was a person, I would push myself. But...
Enid, it points at the supply closet that Falca just dropped the Quicksilver in.
Oh shit.
Yes. What do you want? You want to go there? What about something else? Oh yeah.
Tell it to go away. Tell it to get out of here.
Give it to me!
Mr. Ghosty, look, it's just not a good day. Do you mind just coming back later and we'll talk another time?
Give it to me!
Oh no.
Shit. Shit.
Well, this is your domain. This is your area of expertise. I think, Falco, maybe we should back the fuck up a little bit.
Oh god, wrong way. No.
Oh, well, you guys.
Do the rest of us hear this?
You do now.
Oh shit. Okay.
You've got this, Enid. I believe in you.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
if I don't
Yep.
make it, watch the bird,
What
alright?
the fuck is that?
Oh,
Give it to me!
It wants the quicksilver.
Yeah. You keep saying give it to him. Maybe we should.
What do I do? What do I have to do?
Mr. Ghost, Mrs. Ghost. What do you want? And I want to try to consort with the ghost.
Excellent. This is going to be desperate.
And I will
and
push
it's
myself.
going to be limited. Okay.
Can I assist in some way?
Ooh.
How would you like to assist?
Just singing a little song like, it's alright, Mr. Ghosty, everything's fine.
I said, can I consort with it, or do I have to
Oh,
attune
sorry.
with it?
I did not mean to do a tune. I meant to do
Okay.
consort.
I was
My
like,
apologies.
I have 2 dice in consort.
How would you like to assist, Mandy?
How would I like to assist?
Or
yeah, you said
Hannah.
you. Oh, was it
Hannah.
Hannah that said she
Hannah.
wanted to assist?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. Hannah. Okay, so you're like kind of singing it and soothing it to try to calm it down. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you assist and push?
No, you get to pick one.
So how much stress do you get from assisting, Hannah? I forget.
I
I
don't
believe it
know.
is one.
One. I'll do it.
Okay.
So you should have one extra die, right?
I have 2. Hannah, can you click there
Assist teammate.
assist
Oh.
teammate button?
Yes.
Here we go.
All right, 4.
The ghost
We mean you no harm, spirit.
gets pissed and goes over to you and pushes you to the ground, and then charges into the storeroom.
Shit.
It goes through the wall. It comes back out. It doesn't take all of the quicksilver.
Oh no.
It just takes a few vials of it.
How
Enid,
much
how
point?
do we stop this?
Yeah.
I want to stop this.
Enid,
Can-
what do you do?
Can I try a tune again to command the ghost?
I believe you can compel it, right?
I can compel it. Yeah.
Can you read off compel? Or no, I got it.
I can read it. You can attune to the ghost field to force
Yes.
a nearby ghost. Yeah.
You can try to attune again to get this thing to back off.
Okay. Oh, boy.
And you will get an extra die because of the quicksilver still.
Okay.
It is now desperate and also limited because this thing is already extremely pissed off.
Mr. Ghosty, please drop the quicksilver, please.
It does, but it comes to you and it wraps its hands around your throat
Oh god. Oh god.
and starts to choke you. But then it releases you and flees into the night. But I need you to take level 1 harm, bruised. And it flees, leaving the vials behind.
Well, that could have gone better, sir. I'm.
Enid,
Yes.
do you want to tell us what the fuck just happened?
Well, we might have sensed a ghosty, but it went bottoms up.
It was my fault. I egged her on because she was like kind of seeing ghosts and shit earlier, and I was like, well, let's see if you can see ghosts here. And then
Oh,
sure
no.
enough, there was a ghost. So
It was no one's fault. I mean, the ghost was here whether or not she was looking for it.
It followed us, I think. It followed us all the way here.
Are you okay? You look hurt.
I'll be alright. I've been through worse. Sorry about that.
I expected
Well,
more.
you did a good job.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boss.
That was dumb.
Oh no.
She didn't do anything wrong.
She made sure we kept the goods.
Oh, the goods were alright. I just, I don't know where the ghost.
You could have been killed. You understand that?
Oh no, but the ghosties are complicated and. Oh no, you're right.
You're the expert here. But at the end of the day, it could have been much worse.
Oh no.
Just
I'm not-
next time, let's. I'm like, fuck. I'm really acting like Pritchard right now.
When you were talking to Velvet earlier, I was like, dude, this is Pritch.
All right. Just. Okay.
I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
It won't happen again.
I know
promise.
it won't. I know.
I'm gonna go to my room. I'm gonna talk to my ghost.
Before Enid walks away, Velvet's gonna walk up and kind of interject this little standoff and say, after you've had some rest, is there maybe a way to protect here a little more? To keep these kinds of things from happening in the future?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually.
Would I know that actually?
You would know that there is a way. You don't currently know how, but you could potentially try to find out a way to ward the place from spirits. Yes.
Velvet will reassuringly, if she knows Enid is okay with it, if not, she won't. But if Enid is generally okay with it, we'll just gently put a hand on her shoulder and say, "It's okay. You didn't know."
Oh, I should have known better though. I really should have. I think I could figure out a way to put up walls or something. I just have to look into it. So it'll be all right.
Especially if we're gonna be dealing in Quicksilver, those spirits are highly attracted to that shit. It might be something to look into.
It was foolish, right? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna walk off now.
I'm glad you're okay.
She's gonna be mopey. She's gonna go down the hallway.
Velvet is going to kind of smack his shoulder a little bit, not hard or anything, just like, be a little nicer. Honey, not vinegar.
I know. I know.
I agree. This is what she's here for.
He's
Deal with
gonna
these
gonna
ghosts.
rub his arm. He's gonna rub his shoulder like where you hit it. Sometimes there are some things out there, and you can tell he's like getting like stressed out and worked up. There are worse things out there than simple ghosts, and sometimes you don't know what's gonna walk through that door, or follow you home, or appear out of nowhere. It's just, oh, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Huh.
Zeal? Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, what time is it at this point?
Oh, it's wee hours of the morning, like 4 or 5 a.m. So you should all probably sleep for the night and then get a start on things in the morning, unless you want to talk or fraternize or play a game of chess or strip chess before you go to sleep.
Oh, how does that work? That's a lot of pieces.
That's Velvet's game, strip chess.
Yeah.
I I think she's just gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I'm calling it a night after that buzzkill.
All right.
Zeal, what did you find out?
I think they're situated in. I already forgot the name again. I gotta
Charter
write
Hall?
this down.
Charter
Charter
Hall.
Hall.
Charter Hall.
I believe they're located in Charter Hall. I'm not sure if that's something we should be worried about.
Charter Hall does have its fair share of criminals still. I mean, it is the headquarter of the Bluecoats, after all.
Different kind of criminal.
Yeah, in a sense, but that would make sense from what Velvet told me.
Well, you said the job felt too easy, right?
Much too easy.
I'm just a little worried that they might have connections to organizations, to entities that maybe we don't want their eyes on us right now.
He did mention that the sisters wouldn't protect us for very long. He knows our connection with the Dimmers, and that is a protection that we need.
So he knows who we are, and we are still in the dark as to who he is and who he's working with.
Sounds like a typical Monday.
Maybe we should visit Huxley again and be a little bit more persuasive.
I feel like Hoxie's a dead end, but it's worth a shot. As much as he's a purveyor of goods and I wouldn't even call him an ally at the end of the day, but
Oh, he's a snake.
Yeah, he's a snake, but he doesn't know anything. He knows the right people. He rubs he polishes the right palms with some coin. But at the end of the day, I don't think he knows anything.
Well, then the only other option is to hope that this goes off without a hitch, and that we can score from them again. And next time, I'll be prepared for a trip into Charter Hall.
Thank you for gathering that information, by the way.
That's what I do. Like I said, we all have our jobs here.
All
We
right.
should get some sleep. It's very early.
With that, you all, there's no taking a long rest in this game, but you sleep for the night. I would say wake up refreshed. There's a lot of things to do. There is trying to find out who this contact is. The biggest question mark is how you're going to move all of this Quicksilver. And if you're going to follow up on any of the other items like the family showing up at the bar, but we can just kind of go down the line. We can start with Falca. Anything you want to do in your downtime?
Do you need a refresher of what you can do?
Yeah.
Here,
I mean,
I'm
you
gonna post
can-
a link in our chat here so that you guys can
Oh,
look
yeah,
at. This
we
is what I
have
use
the,
for
The cheat sheet, right?
downtime.
Oh,
But
okay.
really, it's kind of your imagination is the bounds. But acquire asset, start a project, recover, reduce your heat, train, or do your vice. If anyone knows what they want to do, you can go first. But otherwise, I'm just going to go in a circle.
Maybe I'll indulge in my vice.
Do you have any stress?
No.
Then you don't need to.
Then you should not do that
Oh, it
because
doesn't-
you'll
it doesn't-
overindulge.
It doesn't make me like less better for the future.
Only if
Nope.
you are stressed. You can train if you want, and we can do a similar RP to
Yes.
your vice.
I think I'll train then.
Excellent. Give me a moment.
One moment,
Time
please.
to train.
Please hold. Your call is very important to us.
Grab my weapon.
Please hold. The encounter is loading.
That's pretty good.
You travel south to the streets of Dunlow, through slums, near the prison, through streets choked with smoke, beggars at every corner.
Hell to the
Oh,
yeah,
we're all
baby.
here. Okay.
And
Let's go.
you journey to the fighting pits,
Oh.
where you would
this
normally indulge your vice, but right now you are here to train.
is my domain, baby.
And if you would like to just totally narrate this fight to yourself as you get paired off against another professional fighter, the floor is yours to describe how you were training in this arena.
All right, let's see. Okay, I see this like skinny looking dude. Okay, and I pick him out, and I'm like, oh, you don't look like too much of a worry, but I feel like he's somebody who, at first, Falca underestimates. He's probably a bit more nimble, but she kind of takes a few moments and grabs her scimitar, and the two of them spar for a bit, and it's a bit more of a elegant style of fighting. Normally, Falca's a little more aggro, more like hard hitting, but she has to use a bit more like pirouettes and dance a little bit with the blade in this fight. But I think she is tame for what she normally is. But sometimes you have to be a little tame and not fully let your inner feelings take control as she fights this person.
So you duel with this scrawny-looking guy to the cheers of bluecoats, nobles, and scoundrels like yourself in this blood sport for several minutes entwining. Eventually, you call the fight off once it seems like you've had your fun and exit the arena. You hand a few coins, not actual coin, but you hand a few coins over to the head bluecoat who runs this operation, leave the arena, and head back home fully satisfied
let's
with
go,
your
Falca.
training.
Kick his
Easy.
ass, Falca.
You can add... Sorry, I'm trying to move you out of the arena. There we go. You can train one of your pips
Woo!
for your downtime.
Okay, so that
Yep. In progression, you would put 1 slash in prowess. So fill in one of the prowess boxes. There you
okay,
go. Yep.
got it. Nice. Woo! Okay.
Who else would like to do something during their downtime?
And Tracy, just so you know, you still have one more downtime action.
Yeah, so you can think
You
about
could
other
train
things you
twice
might-
if you wanted to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you could do something to gather information
who's this
about
guy
what
with
has
us?
happened or start a project.
Who's Gang C? Tough one.
Who this guy?
He's not supposed to be here.
I brought a friend home. Sorry. We were having a little fun.
I was gonna say, usually it's Velvet that brings friends home.
Yeah.
He should not be here. Let's delete that guy.
No,
who
not
else has-
Velvet's type. Not Velvet's type.
Bijan, Chris.
I would
Hannah.
like to acquire an asset.
Okay. What would you like to try to acquire?
Or how would it be it would be a long-term project for like an NPC, correct? Of the crew.
It would be acquire an asset. So here's the thing. If you acquire an asset, you're kind of acquiring it temporarily. If you would like to, if you're basically trying to add a permanent gang member, kind of, then yes, that is a long project.
Then I would like to start a long-term project.
And what is your goal?
I'm going, out to the bars, on the streets, doing my typical schmoozing, and I am going to look for a leech. Someone who can make us some gadgets, someone who could perhaps test other drugs, create drugs if we don't have, if we don't have to go to an importer, a smuggler, and we have someone that can make, not much, but 1 coin's worth of drugs, just, extra. That's a win in my book.
I am starting a 6-tick clock called Hire a Leech. You head to the bars, to seedy areas, to workshops in and around Char Hollow to try to find this leech, smoozing with people. Can you give me let's see, I would say this is probably you are consorting?
Yep.
Excellent. So you can just roll consort
Okay.
and to see how well you do this.
5.
So yeah, you go through the bars. You don't get any leads on a particular leech. You don't talk to someone, but you meet a guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, I know a leech. He hangs out over in the Knacker sometime. He hangs over at this place and gives you an address. You'll need to try to track him down and spend some more time.
Okay.
But I will tick 2 boxes on the Hire a Leech clock.
Thank you. And then I would also, so I'd start that long-term project, and then I'd like to acquire an asset as well.
Excellent. What would you like to try to acquire?
I'd like to find, can you remind us of what gangs we are friends and enemies with?
Excellent. And Chris, if you could bring up the territory map that I prepared
I can
while
do that
I
for
talk
you.
about this. So the primary gang that is at least temporarily running all of Charholder is our beneficiary, the Dimmer Sisters. This is not where they live. They live in 6 Towers, but they are working on some kind of a project in Char Hollow and have muscled their way in. The main runner of the street in Char Hollow is the family. They run all of that left island in Char Hollow. That is all of their territory. You are the green area in the commons. The north is, and let me just make sure, is Lord Strangford's private island that his family has and his personal estate. And there are varying street gangs that run Saltpire, Char Hollow Heights, and Char Hollow Market to the south of your area. No one of any major significance, just some pretty low tier crews that are kind of running drugs casually, but no serious players. The family is the biggest one in the area to your west.
And the family has the big island, and then the private island to the north of us is the Lord.
It's Lord Strangford's private island, yes.
Got it, okay. So yeah, I'm going to, maybe there's someone in our turf that's been, I don't know, a young kid. He's kind of like shadowing us. He's always outside, and he's like, hey Warden, what's going on, man? I sold a spark yesterday, and I got like almost a whole coin for it. I don't know if you're interested, but I want to be a part of the crew. Just that annoying teenage
So looking
trope.
for a go-getter.
Yeah. And I want to acquire him to help us sell this.
To sell the Quicksilver?
Yes, for when we go to sell it.
Okay. The minimum threshold for you to be able to do this, I'm going to say I need at least a tier 4 roll for this.
Okay.
So this is just going to be you're basically going to roll your tier, which is tier 1. So I'm going to have a fortune roll. So it's just going to be. Wait, no. This will be not fortune. This is going to be. I'll say this is consort, but it has to be tier 4.
So that would require, if we're tier 1.
So basically, you're gonna roll one die. Sorry, this is fortune. I'm confusing rolls. So you're rolling 1d. You can pay coin to increase it, or if you have some other kind of bonus that you would get, using your imagination, using setup. But you probably are going to have to roll. So basically, how this works in acquire asset, if you roll a 4 to 5, that's tier +1. Or sorry, that's your tier. If you roll a 6, that's tier +1. If you roll a 1 to 3, that's tier -1. And if you roll a critical, that's tier +2. And you can spend coin to increase the result after you roll.
And what would I need for this?
Tier 4.
So is that even possible? I would need
Yes, it is.
critical 6 plus a coin?
Yes, or you could just get a 6 and do 2 coin.
Oh.
It would be very hard.
Yeah.
The reason for this is Quicksilver, as you now know what it does, there's not a whole lot of people that require Quicksilver.
Correct.
And selling it is very difficult. So to find someone who is a street dealer that knows how to move Quicksilver would require kind of an expert to understand who needs this and why and where, which is why this is so difficult.
Okay.
Now, having said all that, do you still want to try to do it, or would you like to try a different approach?
Can I maybe make a suggestion? Because this is what I was going to maybe do on mine, was specifically look for buyers.
Yes, so that is another thing that you could do.
I was also going to go visit our favorite little whisper, Enid, and ask if she has any friends around that are just like her.
Mm-hmm.
And he would go in and be like, "Hi, Enid.
Hi, boss.
How's your neck?"
It's been better, but it's all right. What can I do for you?
So moving that amount of Quicksilver might prove difficult, and I was maybe looking to hire someone that could help us out. Someone that you trust, maybe someone like you who likes to speak to the undead more than the living.
Oh.
Would you happen to know anyone?
I think I do.
You absolutely do. I'm not even going to make you roll, Enid. There is a witch that works for the Dimmer Sisters that you meet at the graveyard to indulge in your vice. That is one possibility. And of course, you also know the Dimmer Sisters require Quicksilver as well. Both themselves and people in their organization to do the work that they do.
Oh, I'll meet with this witchy in the graveyard. She works for the Dimmer Sisters, so I think we can.
Do you trust her?
You trust her to let you do your vice. Past that, not sure.
Debatable, but one way to find out.
Okay. Well, if I'm trying to think here.
She helps me talk to the ghosties in the graveyard, so she can't be all bad, right?
Thank you, Doomsai.
Oh, thank you for the resub.
70 months.
Wow.
Damn.
That's a long time. Would you be down to introduce us, Enid? Or is this something that you'd like to keep more private?
No, if you would like anything for you, boss, I'll make the introduction.
Okay.
All right. I'm trying to say, yeah, I think this can be. It may turn into a score, but you can start this as a downtime activity.
Okay. Always good to have another score in the back pocket.
Do you want to do that now, or do you guys want to work on other downtime stuff
We'll work
first?
on other
Probably.
downtime stuff. Maybe we can combo that with something.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything else they want to work on? Mandy, Bijan?
I can go last. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to train.
How are you
For
doing
one of my
that?
downtime. So I want to get better at specifically survey. So I want to
Thank
learn.
you, Johnny.
So I want to learn our location a bit more. I would probably prowl the streets, kind of take notes of the surroundings that we operate in. And I would probably go into not just our location, but just as general training. You know, I would be our surrounding areas, Charter
basically
Hall,
all-
probably.
Okay, so you're basically looking Charter Hall, Crow's Foot, a lot of the surrounding districts, just to try to get a better lay of the land.
Yeah, I mean, I probably know our home turf and our stomping grounds a little bit
Yeah.
better than normal, but I'm trying to get better at.
So yeah,
At
over the
survey.
course of a week, you start just like looking at the buildings, finding where the good rooftops are to hide, where the good vantage points are. You look at the different flows of traffic during the different days. You're not going to get like any master level information, but you feel like you get a pretty good read on the different districts, and you can go ahead and level up that skill.
Okay. And I would like to do some more research on the people that we're working with. So not necessarily, you know, the new contact, but Hawksley. I'd like to. I don't know if that would be considered a long-term project. I would like to.
How would you like to do it? Like, how would you like?
You cut out, Frank.
Sorry, how would you like to do that? How would you like to learn more?
I'm thinking I want to spy on him.
So you
I
just
wanna
kind of
see-
want to follow him, see who he meets with.
I want to see what he does in his downtime. I want to know what kind of person he is, like really. Like he's a lot of bluster. I don't trust him. I wanna see what kind of person he is.
Okay. So it sounds like you're hunting him to basically track his routine for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or prowling around.
Would this
Well, you will
would
prowl
this be a
him.
long-term project, or would this be would this be during free time? What
I would
this-
say if you just do a straight, like, you're tracking him, it's going to be short. If a long-term project will give you more complete information.
Okay, you know what? I should probably just train more for now.
sure?
And then I could, yeah, because then I could if I can do this during free time,
I would say
I'll
this
look
would
them up.
be a 4-tick clock, just to give you an idea. But up to
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll do the 4-tick clock. That's not too long.
you.
Right.
Fine.
Is that where you roll to advance the clock, right?
Yeah. So I would say this would be hunt because you're stalking him. But yeah. Keep in mind, a 1 to 3 is 1 tick, a 4 or 5 is 2 ticks, a 6 is 3, and a critical is 5 ticks on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
So you can roll that whenever you are ready.
That is a 1.
So you follow Huxley around town for a bit, but every single time he goes into different locations, you lose him a lot. You like lose him and you pick him up later, and you see that he's going a lot of places. He spends most of his time in Charter Hall, but he also spends sometimes going into Crow's Foot, and even all the way up to the docks. but you're not really able to see what he's doing, who he's meeting, and what kind of activities he's doing. But at least you know the districts he's going, which is primarily Charter Hall, Crowsfoot, and the docks. You
Okay.
might be able to have better luck the next time that you try to track him.
Sure.
Tracy, you still have got one. I believe Hannah, you've got both your activities left.
Jeez.
Also, really quick,
Mm.
just because we never did this at the beginning.
Mm.
Look at this amazing art.
Hey!
Yes,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you.
Yes.
Thank you, Momo. The
Thank
Momo
you,
Momo.
Momo.
Thank you, Momo, if you're still here watching.
I
girl is so
realized,
pretty.
I realized that we never showed this art and
Yeah, of
how
what our
amazing it
characters
is.
look
And
like.
It's been in the rotation the
Yes.
whole time, and just we haven't mentioned it.
yeah, so you can
Yes.
see it down there on the left with our stat cards, and it is on. If we go to our playbooks, it is in our playbooks here. Whoop, let me, take these down. You can see it here in our playbooks right here. But ultimately, just wanted to show this off. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Momo.
Thank you, Momo.
It captures
Momo.
everyone's character
Yes.
so well, and
Very much so.
My baby looks so good.
right,
Yes.
perfect. So just wanted to show that off.
I can make it easy for me. I think I am gonna do the second training.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that time to continue training.
Are you all right if we fast forward through and not?
Yes.
Unless. Okay.
No,
Cool.
yeah, it's pretty standard. Standard
Cool.
fighting.
Yeah. Could I study? Like, is there a way I could study and figure out how to do wards around the place?
Yes, that would definitely be a long-term project.
Okay.
So first, you would have to figure out the ritual of how to do it, and then you would have to figure out what you need for the ritual. I'm gonna say that this is an 8-tick clock to be able to do this.
Huh. Okay. How does that work?
So basically, tell me how you would find out about this ritual.
Oh, can I talk to my witchy friend?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
Can I join her to try to,
To assist.
to facilitate acquiring the asset?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, we can do this all in one scene.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Give me a moment while I pull up that location.
You have a location for it?
I do.
Oh. Here we go.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's so good.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Very mysterious.
You head off to where you usually would do your vice, Enid, and you go to the north end of this abandoned park, pass through the spirits that are lounging about in the falling rain. You see quietly off to the left a dimmer sister looking stoically, not engaging, but your witch friend up top, of which you don't know her name, sitting at the north end of the graveyard, looking like she's engaging in some kind of an arcane ritual. Mushrooms and destroyed trees, abandoned buildings, and you get to, and in 6 towers, to the river's edge.
Whoop, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'll give you some space to talk to your witch friend.
Yes, thank you. Hi, long time no see.
Those bottles working out for you?
Oh, they're great conversationalists, yeah. But I'll need your help on something else, and I'll need to introduce you to a friend of mine.
An important friend.
My boss.
Oh. I guess that kind of friend.
A friends, I think.
You know, Enid, you really have to get better friends than just your coworkers and dead people.
Well, I don't know. Dead people are pretty nice, but maybe you're right. But look, just give him a chance. He's all right.
All right, let's see him.
Boss. Right. Jay, this is my boss.
Hello there.
Yes.
Sarah, charmed, I'm sure.
Warden, it's a pleasure. Enid has told me much about you and how you help her, and that means a lot to me because she's a valued member of our team.
I was just saying that.
She's a very talented whisperer with lots of potential.
She is.
Oh.
What can I do for you, Warden?
As you know, in Duskfall, there are some undesirable things that people need to do.
Yes, I'd say that's a day of the week that ends in Y.
Yes, I agree. But ultimately, everyone has to make their coin, and if one was to stumble upon a certain reagent that allowed you to attune to the ghost field, how would one move a large quantity of it?
She kind of glances at Enid, glances back at you, and then she actually glances over both of your shoulders to the dimmer sister further in the park, who's just staring off into space. I would say most of those types of people already have a steady supply, and if they didn't, they wouldn't last very long in their profession. But if you were inclined to move it, I would say you would need to find someone like that, and perhaps convince them that your supply is better, or perhaps you're more worthy of their business.
He looks over at, at the... Would we be familiar with the Dimmer Sisters because we are...
You would have never met them personally or spoken to them. They usually speak through intermediaries, but yes, you would know one when you saw them.
Got it.
And I would like to add, you would both know it is very rare to see Dimmer Sisters outside of their mansion. They do not leave very often.
Is that one of them?
Yes. They are working on something important.
Quite strange to see them out and about, is it not?
They're working on a project.
What project?
None of your business.
Well, of course.
So, find a Dimmer Sister that is looking for a large amount of a certain reagent, and ultimately prove ours is better.
I suppose I could make the proper contact with their intermediary and help you out.
That would be appreciated, thank you.
Just
Your reagent is of high quality.
Enid,
Yes, boss.
would you say it's of high quality?
Well, it definitely had an effect. I'll say yes.
And your supply is reliable.
We have a steady supply. Potentially.
Potentially.
If all goes well.
The boss has got it handled, I promise. He's got it with this kind of stuff.
But if it came down to it, it could even be the biggest supply in the city.
She looks doubtful and uncertain. She kind of flickers her eyes and she looks like she's about to dismiss you. Is there anything you guys would like to try to do to convince her? Or change her mind?
Can I sway her?
You can.
I would like to try to sway her.
I would say because of Enid's prior relationship, this is controlled, but it is standard effect.
Okay. Because I want to get this, I want to push myself.
Okay. I'm willing. What do you say to make your argument?
Look. I know we're small fish in a big pond, but we're very hungry fish. And we have been on neutral, or are we on neutral terms with the Dimmer sisters, or are we?
You're on mostly positive. They're out of character. They're tier 1 with, like, they're 1 with you, which is
Sure.
friendly.
Got it. We have been on good terms with the Dimmers for quite some time. But we are eager to keep this alliance strong, and at the end of the day, we are relatively just good people looking to make it in Duskfall.
I'll introduce you to the right person, and you'll make your arguments then.
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate your time. And I appreciate you for everything you do with Enid. I mean that.
Boss, I might need a moment alone.
Of course.
That's alright.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll be at the front of the graveyard.
Sarah, I need help with something else. I made a big mistake, and I summoned a ghosty and it got out of control, and I need to learn how to set wards so it doesn't happen again.
Well, you should know, Enon, summoning spirits is very dangerous, no matter how prepared you are.
Oh no, I wanted to show off to my friends, and it was stupid. Oh no.
Look what I can do.
It's a very complicated ritual to create wards against spirits.
Oh no, but I need to prove myself, and I think I can do it.
I believe I have something that might help back at the library. If you'll allow me some time, I can help you with the research.
Yes, of course. That would be great.
You should know that there's a cost for everything.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, I'll be in touch. Come find me next week.
Alright, I will.
And you can roll, I would say you are kind of swaying her, or is probably what you're doing.
Could it be consort? Because we're friends?
I think you are driving towards a specific outcome, so I think it is sway.
Okay. Okay. Oh, one dice.
Is it because she has her neck? Is it a reduced effect still?
No, it
Okay.
won't matter for this since it's a long-term project. You can push yourself for an extra die, or take a devil's bargain, or
How-
both.
How do I push myself? Just add one stress?
Just click push yourself.
Click
It'll
push
add
yourself.
a second die, and you'll get 2 stress from it.
Where do I hit push yourself? Is
You
it...
should see that on the dice roller.
Oh, on the dice roller. Okay. Push yourself. Alright. Okay.
Ooh, good roll.
Ooh.
Tick 3 clocks. All right, just meet me again next week, and I'll have more information about the ritual.
Alright, of course.
Goodbye, Enid.
My friend.
All right.
Okay.
Who's next?
I believe it's Velvet.
It is.
Velvet, what would you like to do?
So I would like to do what the boss says and see if I can find some information on our contact. But I'm wondering if my very, very good friend Monty might be familiar. Is it possible to speak to him when I'm not indulging in my vice? Because I don't have any stress right now.
Yes, you can talk to him just
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it would
without
be normal
indulging
for
the
me
vice.
to. I feel like it would be normal for me to contact him when I'm not with the crew anyway.
Yeah.
Gotta check in, of course.
Give me a sec, because my VTT just crashed. I need to reboot it.
Oh,
But
no.
yes.
Oh no.
For
Yeah.
the viewers, would you like to reveal who Monty is, or would you like to keep it a secret?
I think we'll wait until Frank can get back into one more multiverse.
Alright,
but Monty is very important to Velvet.
Okay. Give me a sec as I'm reloading in. Okay. Did it work? Yes. Okay. We're good. I do not have his shop set up yet, I don't think.
That's okay.
But I can take you to one of the locations that you all frequent.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, I feel like I would contact him and be like, take me to lunch, take me to dinner.
Okay. Give me a moment.
And here we go.
All right. Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh. This is
This
very-
place.
a very well-appointed smoky bar.
I'm obsessed.
Oh, my girl. My girl's here.
Oh,
Nerix is here.
Yes, she is.
Oh, I get to see her too? Yay, lucky me.
And over in the back in the lounge, just drinking, is your friend Montgomery Dunridge, just sipping on his whiskey.
Monty, darling.
Oh, Velvet, my darling. And he reaches over and gives you a big kiss on the lips.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm all about it.
He gives you a friendly little squeeze and then has you sit next to him on the love seat. And what brings you to me tonight, my darling?
A friend of a friend needs to find someone. And
Oh.
I will give him the description of the contact and tell him that I'll basically, give the physical description of the contact, and say, do you remember that one time we were in, what was it called? In Silk Shore?
I did not give you the name, but yes, Silk Shore, yes.
That little pleasure house we visited.
Which time? And he says, winking.
I think it was last summer.
Yeah, I remember. What about it?
And I will give him the description of the contact and say, we saw this man. I noticed this man here, and I saw him again a couple of nights ago, but he was so rude. He did not introduce himself to me.
Oh, that's terribly rude of him. So I'm going to I'm going to say this is a long-term project.
Okay.
And I'm going to say you are definitely consorting with him. And I'm going to say find out who the contact is.
Yeah, I not only want to find out who he is, but like where I can find him.
Got it.
All right.
And that's for me. I don't know if I'm gonna tell Warden about that yet.
Yeah.
Ooh. Spicy.
find the contact.
I am very spicy.
So you can
Both me and Velvet.
roll, and we're just gonna keep RPing, but you can roll consort to see how effective it is.
I'm going to push myself because I want to succeed.
So you want an extra die, okay?
Oh, yes, I do.
Ooh.
Ooh. I really want to succeed.
Should we talk about a resistance roll?
Yeah, I want to resist this.
Okay, you can resist this. So make let's see, set up a resistance roll.
This will
I'm
change
gonna
what
say
my
the
second activity
the
is, I guess.
consequence is wait, which I think Chris, the resistance is the lowest attribute, right?
It would be the
Or
resistance.
no, it's the resistance attribute that she rolled.
of resolve. Yes.
Yeah. So
no.
the consequence would just be he doesn't really remember. He sees a lot of people like that, and we might have to visit the house again to refresh his memory.
Ooh, okay.
But if you would like to resist to see if there's a slightly different outcome,
Yeah, I would. So, since you marked resolve, do I just hit roll again?
Yep, you just hit roll. Okay, you suffer 0 stress. So instead, this is going to be a mixed result. He says, I think I remember the man you were talking about. He suave, impassive, unflappable, mysterious, yes?
Yes, absolutely.
I get the impression he walked in pretty elite circles. I don't remember his name, but you give me a little bit of time, I can find out more information for you, honey.
Oh, this is why you are my favorite person. And she'll kiss him on the cheek.
Yeah. Now, are you off to go run and, play house with your friends, or can you stay here with me a little bit?
Oh, I could stay.
Great. It's been way too long.
It has. I think I'm feeling a little stressed. I've been working so much. Maybe we could go shopping later.
Yeah. Bartender, around for the house.
Ooh.
And you hear the cheers of courtesans, patrons, and random, just normal people of Duskfall as Monty buys around for the entire bar.
Oh, you are in a good mood today.
Well, now that you're here, I am.
Of course.
I'll take you down to Silkshore again and hit the shops before I send you back home.
She'll do a little clap. Yay!
Cool. Do you also want to, since you have another activity, do you
Indulge
want to...
in my advice, yep.
Okay, so since you only have 2 stress, you have a very high chance of overindulging. Are you okay with that? Or do you want to cut Monty off before he starts
Getting
treating you? Like, make some excuse to, pry yourself free of him.
So I have a question when it comes to indulging in vice. How many die do I roll? Do I just roll 1 to see how much stress?
Your worst stat, which I believe it'll just tell me, is insight.
Yep.
So you'll roll 1 die, and the number will be the amount of stress you clear. But if you clear more than 2, you will overindulge since you only have 2 stress.
You have a 66% chance to overindulge, essentially.
Oof. Yeah. Okay. I don't like those odds. So I guess instead of indulging in my vice.
What I will say is, if just to give a suggestion, if you want to not indulge in your vice, but just basically hang out with Monty looking for this guy. Oh, you could recover also.
Can I recover with Monty?
You can. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you injured?
Are you
Get some
injured?
pampering and some rest. Oh no, recover doesn't get rid of stress, does it?
No,
okay.
the vice does.
Shit.
You could hang out with him and then.
So I'd say you could basically tick more on the clock by just spending time with him and Silkshore looking for this guy to try to find him.
I'll do that. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that.
So for this, I would say, Are you gonna like kind of talk to people and ask, or are you just gonna like physically look for the guy as you're going through?
I might ask people I know I can trust.
Okay.
There, I probably know a courtesan or two
Oh, absolutely.
that I could ask, and maybe Monty could pay off to not talk about my questions, or I could mesmerize them. To kind of.
So yeah, you go through a
on the
few
down
of
low.
the high-end brothels. You talk to a few friends as you're taking Monty through. More business than pleasure, but certainly both. And you can go.
Oh
ahead
yeah,
and
there's
roll.
both.
You can roll consort to see what kind of information
Okay.
and how willing people are to talk to you. And then I will need to roll a fortune die afterwards to see if the people you talk to actually know him.
Oh my god, my rolls are so bad today.
It's okay.
Shit. I don't think I can resist.
You can
that
resist it
can
again.
I?
You can if you want to. You'll just see how much stress you get.
I'll resist.
Okay. So resolve. Go ahead. 0 stress
Ooh,
again.
Okay.
So 2 ticks. As you're talking to a friend, we'll say it's Nyrix is like ends up at another brothel with you.
Mhm.
Yeah, honey, I think I saw that guy. Real smooth operator. The ladies love him. Fighting over who would get to have his fare, so to speak. Shows up in Silk Shore every once in a while. Doesn't talk about his job. Doesn't talk about what he does. Never comes in with any friends. Real lone wolf type. Can't remember his name, but I think he comes in here, once a week, every week. If you make the time, I think you might be able to spot him again.
Oh, when does he normally come in?
Oh God,
Change?
I don't know the name of the days of the week in this world because
Yeah,
they're
they're not-
different.
You can
But
just
I'm gonna
say she
say
tells me that
Friday night he shows
Okay.
up every Friday night he
like
comes in.
clockwork.
Yeah, I think he's just gotta blow off some steam every now and again. It's got his favorites. Sometimes it's blonde, sometimes it's brunette, sometimes it's both at the same time. But always Friday night.
Sounds fun. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you so much. You are
No
such a good
problem,
friend to
honey.
me.
You can always come to me, and I'm tight-lipped.
I do indeed. We have worked together for a long time.
And because even though you resisted, it was a failure, became a partial success. I will just tell you, people overheard your conversation.
Shit.
And we will continue on. Did anyone
Okay.
not take downtime activity yet? I believe everyone took 2.
I believe so.
Awesome. So we don't have time to get into the next job, but you guys can talk about how you would like to approach it. If you want to discuss, now that you can all reconvene, let me move everyone back to the hideout. And you guys can kind of discuss next steps together.
I feel like when Velvet gets back to the hideout, it's very much the walk of no shame.
Oh yeah.
Because I
Awesome.
feel like the crew does not know about Monty.
I would agree. The crew
Yeah.
does not know about Monty yet.
No. My sugar daddy activities are for me, damn it.
Well,
Warden will be behind the bar. Like, I can't get in the bar. Oh no.
You have to
Oh.
drag yourself in there. If you use the select tool, you can move yourself over.
I'll just turn it so that it's not an obstacle anymore.
Oh, there you go.
But you'll just be able to move through the bar also.
so you're making drinks?
Yeah, Enid, what do you need?
I need a strong one.
Strong one? Coming right up. Give me a second. Falca, anything for you?
Just the usual ale, thanks.
Put the whiskey on the bar. Put the whiskey on the bar. There you go, Enid. He
You got a
throws
whole
Drank off the floor.
He throws a bottle at you.
Boss, I didn't know you felt that way. I thought we fixed it. Okay, alright.
It slipped. I'm sorry.
There you go.
It was raining at that graveyard. My hands are wet. I'm sorry.
Is it haunted? It keeps moving. Oh, alright. Okay, fine.
I'm gonna pick up this bubble tea. I'm gonna take a sip of this.
Boozy bubble tea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. I hope everyone had a good couple days off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's been 10 days or so since your last job. You guys schmoozing, trying to find stuff.
Did we have a time limit on how to move this Quicksilver?
I would say they gave you 3 weeks.
Okay.
Hmm.
So it's been, you said 10 days?
Yep.
So it's been a little over a week. Anyone have any ideas how to move this amount of Quicksilver in the next 2 weeks?
Talk to the contact, right? Well, my friend, through my friend.
Yeah, we did, and again, I appreciate you setting that up, Enid. It was, I know it, your private life is your private life, but when it comes to the success of our crew, sometimes we have to make introductions that we don't want. But
You're right, boss.
But they haven't contacted us yet, so hopefully in the next few days they'll reach out, or if you hear anything, let me know, and hopefully we can move some of this and earn a little coin.
Well, we'll have to meet her again, so I could ask about it when I go see her. So.
Okay, but don't pry. I'm sure it will come to fruition.
All right.
Falca, you're looking as bloody as ever, getting a few scraps.
I was waiting for the right descriptor there.
Yeah.
And that one was good enough. Yes, I spent some time, training.
In the fighting pits, you call a spade a spade.
Yes. I didn't really look too much into the job, unfortunately.
Okay. But keep your sword arm strong. I'm sure, at the end of the day, we'll eventually need someone with your skills. So I'm glad you're keeping your skills honed.
It is why you hired me.
That is true, and if someone ever asks, where's Falca, I'm sure down in the fighting pits.
Yes, indeed.
Zeal, anything from you?
Oh, just getting a better sense of our surroundings. Hopefully next time I'll be able to get more information from our contact when I follow him.
All right, well, keep on it and stay safe as always. You know how many cutthroats and cut purses are out there on those streets.
Yes, and you see his face darken. I do.
Has anyone seen Velvet?
I feel like it's at this point that she comes waltzing in the door. Probably with like some kind of shopping bag, a new dress on, looking a little more tan.
Maybe bed hair.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Oh, she's...
Oh.
Fighting ghosts again.
Don't tell me none of you went out while I was gone.
Well, we went out, but not quite as lavishly as you, I see.
You look like you had a good time.
I did.
Anything to share with the group?
Not yet. I'm making some progress on that project we talked about, Warden.
Okay. Well, keep on it, and if you find anything else, let us know.
A heads up. I may have to disappear later this week for a night.
As long as
I have a lead.
Okay. Well, as long as it's not an important night, you all are grown-ups. You're free to do whatever you'd like.
Do you want to find out more about this contact?
Of course. Do you have?
Then I would say it's important.
Okay. All right. Jeez.
Oh, so sensitive.
I'm just saying, you don't have to snap at me like that, all right?
he doesn't like when people are more aggressive towards him. He can only be the only one to be harsh, apparently.
You know, sometimes when things happen, a strong hand is what's required. But also,
Yes, but he's truly a gentle soul underneath, though.
a soft one is just as effective in certain scenarios.
Yes.
Warden, did I hurt your feelings?
No, Velvet. It's quite hard to hurt my feelings. I just want to
You
make
did.
sure
A
that...
little bit, I think you did.
All right, Neil. All right. You know, just everyone's here. You know, Falca's covered in blood. I went to a fantastic graveyard with Anid, and like, my jacket is soaked, and you come in walking with bags. I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Yeah, I think we are.
Okay, that's all I ask. That's all I ask.
At that moment, you guys hear a loud knock on the door.
Warden will look
expecting
around as
anybody?
he's behind the bar, like look at like someone gonna get that.
I'll get it.
Thank you.
I open up the. I look through the keyhole. The
It is Clyra,
viewhole.
and she looks freaked out.
Oh,
Oh, I open the door quickly. Lyra,
Oh my god. You guys, you have to come quick.
what's wrong? What happened?
The family, they lost their mind.
What?
what do you?
Lost
Lo-
their
lost
mind.
What do you mean lost their minds?
They tried to shake us down.
Velvet dropped her bags and says, "Where? When?"
At the bar. Just a few minutes ago. I ran as soon as they came in.
Okay, everyone, let's get to work.
All right.
And I'm moving us.
Please wait. Please hold.
Oh, look at the pigeons.
I'm gonna. Oh no, they don't scatter.
Ah, my boys.
And you see Marlo and Brill just kind of smiling and joking with each other as they walk out of your bar, heading back west towards their part of town.
Are we like familiar with Marlo and Brill?
You know them, you're not close, but you
I
know
thought-
them by sight.
Now this bar is our
It's on our
stomping
turf.
ground, right?
Yes,
I thought I was on friendly terms with Bro.
you are.
Okay.
I would ask Clyra, what exactly did they say? Did they try and hurt you? Did they threaten you?
They just said that the commons belongs to the family now.
Mm-mm. Velvet is going to non-threateningly go towards Brill.
Oh,
Brill,
hey, darling.
may I ask what you are doing here?
Well, business is business, love.
Is it now?
Yeah, it's doing good for us, and you don't have much good product to sell, so we're taking it.
And if they refuse,
Well, are you trying to start something right now?
Falca moves in a little closer.
it
as
sounds
well.
like you're starting something.
Well, maybe we are. What are you gonna do about it?
I promise you, whatever you start, I will finish.
Oh, you really gonna attack me here in the street with all of these witnesses? As you look around, as you see children playing in the square, parents coming home after a long day's work, merchants
wanna
selling goods on the street.
You don't want to try me, mate. See,
Ooh, feisty.
I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty.
You know what? We'll play this easy. You pay us off and we'll go back to our islands. Otherwise, I'd say it's open market on the commons.
I'm gonna step a little closer to Brill and say, your life sounds like a good price.
Ooh, is that a threat?
It is. You know, we've been friends for a while, Brill, and you come in here and step on my fucking turf. And I don't take kindly to that. You know, I just had a nice week, and now I'm in a bad mood.
Brill, moves his coat over, flashes a gun, looks to his boss, Marlo. Marlo shakes his head. I'm gonna be going home now.
As
While they're
he,
go ahead. Sorry.
as he opens his coat and shows a gun, I'll push my jacket back and show the 2 knives on my hips. Like a little,
Yeah.
little
Dick measuring
little
contest.
dick measuring contest, yeah.
Yeah.
And
as they-
Warden's just sitting behind them. He's not interjecting. He's letting people, But yeah, he sees the jacket open to reveal a pistol, and then he will joiningly push his coat back and show the knives on his hips.
As they're talking, I've said my piece and I'm backing off as Velvet is speaking further with them. I would kind of grab Falca, and I would kind of tap her shoulder and try and get. I wanna sneak away while they're preoccupied talking. I want to follow them as they leave the commons.
Okay. So yeah, Marlo's like, we're gonna be going now. Next time, we won't be coming back for a simple conversation.
Good, because I won't either.
And they move to leave. Does anyone stop them?
Did they shake down the bar? Do you know, did Clyra pay them at all, or did she? Can we find that information?
Uncertain, but that is very likely.
When they turn to go, can I see if I can pickpocket one of them? Probably Brill, because he'll probably be the one carrying the money.
You absolutely can.
You just pulled out a gat.
I'm gonna say this is
just.
He's not gonna pull out a gat faster than I
Just
have my cane in my
preparing.
hand already.
I'm gonna say this is a desperate roll and limited effect to try
Damn.
to pickpocket him.
Oh,
Limited
shit.
effect.
As they are geared up for battle, and you are trying to pickpocket them, but you can absolutely do it.
I want to assist her. I will move forward.
So how? Yeah, are you
Yep.
distracting for her?
Yeah, and who you pickpocketing? Brill or Marlo?
Brill.
Probably Brill, because I doubt Marlo would be the one carrying the money.
I will go and kind of go around them to stop them walking. So they're facing me and Velvet is behind them.
Mhm.
And I'll be like, if you step on this turf again, gentlemen, it will mean war. We have been cordial with one another for quite some time. And you might dress fancy and have gold chains around your jackets and wear some fancy hats, but I don't know if you really want that. Because while we might be simple peddlers in our simple bar, it won't end well with you, or won't end well for you.
I would say you're basically intimidating them.
Yeah, as I'm intimidating them to make them focus on me, so Velvet can try to pickpocket them.
All right, I'm gonna say, can you make a command to me? Does that make sense?
You want
to
me-
see both how effective your intimidation is and how distracting it is to them.
Got it. Okay.
Can I assist his assist since I was
No,
being a
because-
bitch to them?
He is setting you up to pickpocket. I'm gonna say if you do, then you're not gonna get a benefit from his setup.
No,
But
that's fine.
okay,
I'm just being funny.
Yep.
Let me assist the assist.
you could, but yeah.
You wanna?
Whenever you are ready.
Got any devil's bargains here?
Yes. The bargain is regardless of the outcome of this situation, they will put a hit out on you.
On me personally?
You personally.
And what would I get with that?
You'll get an extra die.
Damn.
All right, I'll take that deal.
Damn.
All right.
Bargains are they're rough.
Little rough.
Oh boy.
Little rough.
Oh boy.
Oh, I already added it. I already added
Oh,
it.
my bad.
So, okay, there we go.
Better roll well.
That's
Hey!
So we'll get to their
Yes.
response. Velvet now, this will take it from being desperate to risky,
Okay.
limited, or it can be desperate standard, your choice.
I think risky's probably better.
Yeah, so the difference is for you and chat, desperate, risky, controlled, the lower it is, the worse the consequences of partial success or failure. So yeah,
Okay.
you can, oh, that's command, not finesse.
Yeah. If I push myself, how much stress do I take? 2?
2, and then you can either add a die or increase the effect.
I'm gonna add a die.
Okay, so go ahead and push yourself and roll it.
Oh,
I wanna resist.
Snake eyes.
So
I
I'll
wanna
tell you
resist.
what would happen is that he would turn with his dagger and cut at your hand to give you cut to the arm. Okay, you can go ahead and resist.
Yeah, I do want to resist.
So prowess, go ahead. Wow, you are getting the 6s on your resist rolls.
Wow.
So
I'm gonna
he
keep
goes,
tempting fate while I can.
as you go to try to reach into his pocket, he feels it. He whirls with his dagger, sees it's your arm, and pulls up the last second. So he doesn't do much damage, but you get a small cut on your hand. Take
Okay.
level 1 harm, cut to the hand, rather than level 2, cut to the arm. And as Brill does that, Marlo holds up a hand and stops him and says, all right, you made your point, but I'm going to make sure other people know about you, and it's not going to be pretty.
That's fine, Marlo. I promise you. You step foot on this turf, cause harm to our establishment. It's war, and I'll even shake on it.
No need. Yeah.
Damn.
See you around, Warden. And he
So-
shoulder checks you as he walks by
Take
to
care,
leave.
Marlo.
And you guys lose 1 rep with the family. And that is where we
So-
will conclude our session.
I just want
Oh,
to point out
boy.
that hold on, before we conclude, I mean, we can conclude still, but I just want
Mhm.
to point out that Falca and I are like,
Following
especially with
them.
all this that's gone on out, I would actually say that we know what direction they're going home, right?
Yes, so your intention is to track them to their hideout, yes?
No.
Yes.
No?
No.
What
No.
is your intention?
My intention is to wait until, to follow them and wait until they go down some back alley street and confront them.
Okay, I guess we're not ending our session then.
We can do this next. We can do this next week.
How are you guys feeling on time?
I'm fine.
Okay.
It's a little late for the East
It's a-
Coasters.
Yeah, your girlie's got to be up in the morning.
Okay. We will pick up there then and start with that next week. Wow. Did not expect that. Okay.
Maybe we have time to rethink our choices. I originally agreed to this. Maybe I'm second guessing.
You
All
can
right.
you can go back on it.
We'll discuss.
All right, you'll
between-
discuss and find out if they want to go down this road and cross the Rubicon Canal. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for episode 1 of Rise of the Conduit. The Conduit now have a rough idea of a plan of how to move Quicksilver, and you can now know the entanglement role. Rivals, you lose either you pay up or capitulate to a neutral faction or lose a standing with them. The family has decided to move in on them. Thank you all for watching. The next time we are on is Thursday for Rock and Roll Play, followed by Friday, Grim Domains, Sunday, Icewind Dale Cold Blooded, and then the premiere of, and I cannot remember the name.
Blood.
Ancestral Blood, our first VTM campaign on the channel on Monday. You will want to catch all of that. Thank you all for joining. This was a lot of fun. We will see you next week for Rise of the Conduit.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Look at that stinger again.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh.